Wakey, morning, Vooka fam. It's Thursday, the day that's basically Friday's younger, cooler sibling who doesn't need the weekend to have a good time. And you know how in the office there's that one guy who's always got the herbal tea hookup, a stash of ginger sweets, and a story about how turmeric saved their lives? Well, today that guy is us. Of course, we're bringing you resilience in a cup, the kind that powers you through the deadlines, the drama, and the one colleague who still doesn't know how to use the printer. Of course, from the aloe that bounces back after a drought to rooibos that soothes the soul, we're taking remedies that heal, vibes that uplift, and stories that'll keep you smiling until Friday taps in. So grab your mug of something hot and steamy, and of course your headphones or your work from home blankie, and of course lock in, because right now it's Thursday and it's the Vooka Breakfast Show, and baby, hashtag Sivugile. Okay, with the first order of the day, we are bringing you the picture of the day. So coming to you from the heart of Johannesburg, we shine a light on the two powerful platforms shaping the future of media right here at the University of the Witwatersrand, and that is WIT. So first up, the WIT Center for Journalism, formerly known as WITS Journalism, is one of Africa's leading institutions for media education. So whether you're just starting out or deepening your expertise, they offer honors, masters, and PhD programs designed to elevate your career. So known for its bold focus on investigative journalism, the center proudly hosts the prestigious Topical Award and the African Investigative Journalism Conference, two major events that celebrate truth, integrity, and fearless reporting. And then there's a Voice of Wits, or what you know as VOW FM, the university's very own campus radio station. So it's more than just a mic and a mixer. It's a launch pad for student broadcasters and a pulse point for youth culture, and a space where music, ideas, and social dialogue come alive, like right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So together, WITS Journalism and VOW FM are not just teaching media, they're living it. And of course, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we do what we do best, and that is also keeping you up to date with what's going on in and around Mzansi. So you know what's coming up, your news headlines, and of course your sports and traffic updates. And of course then after that, we will get your money right with your financials. But of course you need to start the day ready for what's going on outside. And now let's go quickly to your weather. When we come back, I will give you your news and sports headlines.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Soweto Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Soweto Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Right, Mzansi, Vooka Nation, let's get you updated with what's happening in and around Mzansi with your news headlines. And now on your first headline, 3 Saxonwold homes sold below market value. Park Village Auctions confirmed that a single buyer acquired 3 Gupta-linked properties on Saxonwold Drive for 47% below their estimated value. The homes were owned by Confident Concept Pty Limited, a company associated with AJ Atul and Rajesh Gupta. Following the brothers' departure from South Africa, the company entered business rescue, leading to the discounted sale. And now in your next news headline, 7 Gauteng schools abandoned, 955 million wasted. Nearly 1 billion rand has been spent on 7 Gauteng school construction projects that remain incomplete. complete with no pupils or teachers in sight. Some sites have been under development for over 4 years. The Gauteng Department of Education recently provided an update, while the Provincial Department of Infrastructure Development, responsible for overseeing the builds, has undergone a leadership change. The delays raise concerns about accountability, resource management, and the urgent need to deliver functional learning spaces to communities. And in your next headline, and probably the last one, Minister unveils a plan to overhaul tertiary education system. Minister Buti Manamela has announced a bold reform plan for South Africa's post-school education and training system. Central to the initiative are efforts to stabilize NSFAS, introduce a new funding model, and improve transparency and accountability. He acknowledged the system's fragmentation, misalignment with economic needs, and underperformance across institutions. Many young people remain excluded from opportunity, while funding remains unstable and data incomplete. The goal to build a unified, high-performing system that expands access, aligns skills with market demand, and delivers meaningful returns, especially for the youth. And of course, that is it from your news desk. And now going into your sports with your first sports headline saying Sellies reveal myasthenia gravis diagnosis. Tennis legend Monica Seles has revealed she's living with myasthenia gravis, a rare autoimmune disease causing muscle weakness. The 51-year-old first noticed symptoms 5 years ago, including double vision and fatigue, and was diagnosed 3 years ago. Ahead of the US Open, Seles chose to go public to raise awareness and support others facing similar challenges. The 9-time Grand Slam champion described the diagnosis as another reset in her life, joining a list of personal trials, including her 1993 on-court stabbing. And of course, now in your next sports update, PSG looking to add 5th trophy against Tottenham. PSG are chasing a joint record 6th trophy of the 2025 with a young dominant squad. They fielded the youngest starting XI in a Champions League final, averaging just 25 years, and crushed Inter Milan 5-0, with stars like 20-year-olds Desiree Doué and Jose Neves, and captain Marquinhos as the oldest regular at 31. PSG has already won the League One title, French Cup trophies, Champions and Champions League. A win over Spurs in the UEFA Super Cup would set up a shot at the Intercontinental Cup in December, matching Barcelona and Bayern's 6-trophy calendar year record. And now in your next sports update, Jerry Flannery predicts tougher rugby championships in 2025. The Rugby Championships opener between the Springboks and the Wallabies promises intensity and unpredictability. With Joe Schmidt now settled as Australia's head coach, the Wallabies are expected to be stronger than last year. Former Ireland assistant coach Jerry Flannery praised Schmidt's transformation and warned of Argentina's rising threat. Springbok centre Jesse Creel dismissed concerns over their preparation, citing that the team's focused training environment. The match at the Ellis Park will test both sides, with South Africa aiming to extend their unbeaten run at the venue, and Australia seeking their first win there since 1963. And of course, now that is it from your news and sports headlines. Of course, if you stay tuned for the show, and of course share your opinions through using the number 060-493-3226 and the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And of course, now let's go over to your weather update. All right, Vooka Nation, let's get you safe on those roads. If you are on the road, here is your traffic update from the Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning, Vooka fam. If you're hitting the road, here's what you need to know. Stay ahead of traffic. And of course, on the N12 eastbound at the Putfontein Road, there's been a crash and the right lane is closed. Expect delays in that area. On the N1 northbound, just after the 14th Avenue, another crash reported. The lane is closed, so please drive with caution. And now on the N1 northbound at the Beyersnodder Drive, a serious incident has occurred here with these lanes being closed. Major delays expected, so plan accordingly. The N12 westbound before the Camaro Street, there's good news there that the stationary vehicle that has been cleared and traffic is now flowing freely again. But hold up, there's another stationary vehicle on the N12 westbound just before the Camaro Street, this time with the left lane being closed. So please approach these areas carefully and stay safe, stay tuned, and of course stay locked in to the Vooka Breakfast Show for more updates. Let's jump straight into your daily dose of positivity for that energetic start to the day, starting with your financials so we can get your money right.
Good morning, Vooka Nation. Good morning, man. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing good, man. This is your daily dose of positivity. Yes, sir. As you can see, I have my positivity in my cup. I hope the Vooka Nation is doing well, man. I hope the Vooka Nation is doing well. Today was quite a nice morning for myself. Yeah, I might say. Actually, will say, not even might. It was a very, very nice morning. I woke up refreshed. I woke up having a new vision, having dedicated myself to this cause, because, I mean, without the Vooka Nation, we are nothing here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. I hope everybody's doing good. And today is the 14th of August, 2025. The time roundabout now is 7...
Are you guessing the time?
Amen, amen, amen.
It's 20 past 7, Steve.
7:20. It's 7:20, guys. It's 7:20, guys. I was looking at the clock, At the same time, I'm thinking, I'm thinking. TC, how's your morning? How's your morning, TC?
Well, because me, Naveli, this chair is unfamiliar to me. I'm still getting help trying to get the sound things happening, doing the things. But yeah, no, I'm great, man.
Awesome, man.
I got a lot of
Hold up.
There you go.
Hold up. I know you're excited. Calm down. Yeah, you were saying.
No, I've got a lot on my mind. Of course, the Vooka Nation knows that when I sit here, we're about to go deep. We're going to have deep conversations. And of course, I'm about to get them to get into their fields, you know. And of course, you know, the day is nothing without your favorite wake up crew, the Vooka Breakfast Show. And of course, it's me, your girl, Utisiga Mazbugo Shabalala, your prime cut creative and positivity dose of the day. Umam Shengu Omuhle Mwela Sawawela Ngebugo Indlovukazi Yakwantu Ngithi Kunina Bayede, wherever you are listening and tuning in from, because you know what, the Vooka Breakfast Show is about to get your Thursday geared up. And of course, because Thursday is the prequel to Friday, when your weekend officially starts.
Yeah.
But of course, our Thursdays right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show are about spiritual alignment, because you know, like I said, if I sit here, you know we're about to get deep into the deep vibes.
Spill the tea, my sister. Spill
Yeah,
the tea.
you know, we're about to go deep into self, deep into our thoughts, and of course, deep into our purpose and our alignment. So let me start with something that might shake you. Nothing is original, Stephen.
Nothing is original.
Nothing. Every
What do you mean?
idea,
What do you mean?
every story, every dream has been whispered before, in fragments, in echoes. Sometimes it's easy to believe we're swimming and living in cliches. But here's where the real magic lies. And this is where life gets interesting. You know, the alchemy is you, Stephen. Your voice, your eyes, your breath, because you're absolutely unique, right? So I want you to pause, because I can see the look on your face. You're looking bewildered, confused, and right, you know, flabbergasted. But I want you to pause and let that settle in, right? So you are not just another body. You are a soul. You're the one rewriting, you know, the reality in which you live in. And you're rewriting it right now as only you can. So, I mean, I don't know if you've heard of the Akashic Records, right? Now, imagine there's a cosmic library. I mean, this is a place beyond time, collecting every thought, every intention, every what if that ever was. And I mean, that ever could be, Stephen. And in mystical culture, this is called the Akashic Records.
The Akashic Records.
Yes. So, I mean, maybe you're thinking it's like some dusty old library, or...
I'm thinking some dusty vinyl that used to be owned by a record label.
No. So the Akashic Records are not some dusty archive or a record, but they are somewhat of a living, resonant field of soul history. So it's the idea that you are a soul that right now exists right here in this world, on this planet, because you got into a contract, a soul contract, and everything that is happening to you and that is yet to happen to you, every path that is probably or possible for your life to take, you have known innately somewhere deep down in your DNA. It has been woven and intertwined in you. And this is what now, you know, determines what the intertwined realities of the personal and the universal.
So,
parallel universe?
No, I'm talking about the Akashic Records.
So, wait.
Talk to the parallel nature of the universe.
In fact, it does.
Okay.
But I was about to say, I just wanted to let you finish off with your, you know, your sentence and your paragraph. But I was about to say, the things, life doesn't happen to me, it happens for me.
You. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, go on though.
So some feel like the Akashic Records is a library of light, while others, you know it as, you know, that silent and deep inner knowing, that inner knowledge that, you know, exists within each and every one of us. And of course, whether, you know, some connect with it through words, others through emotion or intuition, because simply it speaks to us resonantly and, you know, deeply so. It speaks to our soul. It connects us. It connects to us. And that's why, the saying, if you know, you know. And if you don't know, then forget about it. Maybe you're not ready to know. So, again, right, here's the thing. Most of us have already dipped into the Akashic records, and not in some grand ceremony or ritual, but in everyday life, in everyday intuition. Robin Wheeler has spoken on the show about, those flashes of insight that one will get, those aha moments, whether in moments of complete peace or moments of absolute chaos. Because there's a lesson, or there is something to be learned in any and every situation. So these are, when you just know what to say, or you feel a decision is right before you can even explain why. I mean, I know that I've had that, like when I know something, but even
you can't even explain.
Yes, I can't explain how I know it,
from?
but I just know it.
But you know what I always say to myself, right? I always say to myself, this is like, as you say, the information we get, we're like computers that are connected to the same server. So if this server, which is me, if I don't use that information gets passed on to you. So with ideas that I get, I always say to myself, yeah, this is something a person had in their head but didn't find use for it. So that's why I'm using it. And my ancestors as well, that's what they're doing.
Yeah. So that's why, sometimes looking back is a way to look forward. So, yeah. So what if I told you that, when you feel aligned, when you feel...
Please kill the static.
Or the static.
And the echo. I don't know what you did, but you messed with my frequency. No pun intended. You be messing with my vibe here, with my flow, and I was already getting into, my alignment, getting into my feels, laying the scene, taking the Vooka Nation on live.
Now?
It's on. I just want to kill
a journey right
the
here.
static sound.
Okay, no, sorry about that. Continue, guys.
Okay, well, Vooka Nation, as live broadcasting comes with its own things, like Banele, just disturbing the rest of us while we're out here trying to flow. But of course, don't let anything, disturb your flow, because the Vooka Breakfast Show is here to keep you in check and in flow. And of course, we are... spiritual alignment Thursdays. On Thursdays, we align our spirit as we prepare to take the vibes even higher on Friday when we prepare for the weekend. So, of course, as we were speaking about the Akashic records and, of course, how, they fit into spiritual alignment, I was taking you on a journey just to get you started and, of course, to lay the vibes out, to get the vibes right.
Hey, before we go any further, bro, I have a question for you.
What?
Hold on. Okay. So the question is, have you ever felt like an imposter in like your own family?
Yes.
You felt like, nah.
That's when you're the black sheep of your family.
Yo,
man.
bruh.
When, like, at any point, it feels honest, it to you, it honestly feels like you're far removed. It's almost as if you're the adopted child.
I feel like I'm living with strangers. So I've been feeling like this for the longest. It's the first time I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Because now it's like super, super intense.
Yeah. Like
I
who are these people? I don't belong here.
I wake up, I'm like...
How did you give birth to me, man?
So I know you're my mom, because, But, like, nah, man. It's like, what am I doing here with these people, man?
So you are one of those people, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Hey, man, I don't know what covenant you're talking about, but...
No, it's just a saying. I mean,
Yeah?
It's a saying. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Yeah, bro.
Meaning, the family that you create and make for yourself essentially and always will be closer and dearer to you than the one you were born into.
Yeah, exactly. How do you... Say it again, the
blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Oh, man, that's so true. I mean, yo, bro. So this morning, right? This morning you wake up. I've always had this in my head. I just never said it verbally ever in my life. This is the first time I'm saying it. So we wake up I wake up, and then this thought dawned upon me, bro. Okay, I wake up. That's my ritual, right? My morning ritual. I wake up and just sit in silence, just be there, you know. Just,
Okay.
Yeah, be in my thoughts a bit. And then I noticed, man. I'm like, no, man. What is going on here in this house, bro? People.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, hey, man. Okay, maybe I've seen it, but wasn't aware of it.
Yeah.
You know. But now I'm like, nah, man, nah. No, man, these people actually don't know. Actually, like, I don't know them. We don't know each other. We just happen to be under the same roof. Like, what is going on?
Jeez, Steven, that's
Yeah,
deep.
bro. Hey, man, it's deep, but I can talk about it because, like, it's not like I know it's emotional for some people.
I know it's emotional for some people, but it seems like it's emotional for you too. I mean, that's also okay because, you know, there are those times when we do feel like, you know, the people that we're born with, we kind of don't share.
We don't share
in common,
anything.
And we are not really as connected as what we think we should be because of, you know, how, you know, images and things have been portrayed to us of how families should be like.
And it's not
and
like
it's that word should that I always try to stay away from so that I can have a happy life.
Yeah.
Should will make you so miserable.
But don't get me wrong. My life right now, I like the way it's going, you know.
Okay.
Where I'm headed, I see it. Like I really, really see it, right? And the people that I live with, they don't see what I see.
Yeah.
And they'll never understand it, you know. It's a thing to say, like, yeah, we family, yeah. I mean, we share blood and everything, yeah. But we're strangers at the same time, because if right now we're to call, say my mom, right?
Yeah.
And I love her. I love her to bits. Don't get me wrong. I love my family to bits.
You know,
right?
just have no. That's the thing. You know, and that's usually the misconception. People think because incompatibility or not having anything in common automatically means we should dislike each other or we should hate each other or I don't love you. No, I do love you, but it's that, you know, the fact remains that we don't have anything in common, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I'm like, sometimes, man, we need to be more intentional as people and mindful of our thought patterns and how we like to associate things and how the patterns in our lives. We need to sometimes take those moments, those reflective moments,
Not even
those
sometimes, all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
because sometimes society always gives us these ideas of how things should be, but then life always reminds us how things are.
Yeah. It's like a slap to like wake up.
You know, it's like, man, this is your reality, right? You cannot run
it's
away
crazy.
from it.
It's wild.
And it's designed ultimately for you, right? Everything that you come across, everything that happens to you, it happens for you.
Yeah,
and of course, because it's shaping you in some or other form. But of course, you know what? I am dropping the gems right here on Spiritual Alignment Thursday, man, making us go deep as we go forward. Looking forward to the weekend because you know what? Man, sometimes life forces us to take that pause, you know, whether it is when you burn out or when you just need a moment of woosah, to take that pause, man, to be like, hey, man, what is happening? What the hell am I doing? But, you know, on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we help you navigate those difficult questions and those thought-provoking, conversations you have with yourself and others. And, of course, right here, we want to hear from you. Engage with us. Come into the chat. Hashtag Sivugile. Show us that you're awake because we are your wake up crew, the crew that gets your mornings boosted. What's up?
Damn, sorry, bro.
Like Steve, I can zin.
Sorry,
I've
man.
said
Sorry,
ukuthi
man.
ivuka yabantu abangekho sharp.
Yo,
Sometimes
what do you
ikhanda
mean?
like nje.
Hey, bro, what do you mean? What do you mean?
We kind of just
I might be on the
that
spectrum.
weird bunch and it's okay.
I might be on the spectrum, man. I might be on the spectrum.
We are
I still
that
say.
weird bunch and it's
I
okay.
still
Like
say, I
Kelly
still
Air
say.
said, like just let people be weird, man. Let them be themselves. As
And
long as
weird
it's not
people are
harming
dope, man.
anyone or themselves, let them be them.
Yeah, weird people are dope. I just remembered I didn't do my intro like properly.
Aw, shame.
Yeah, man. Vooka Nation, this is the boy, LXRD_47 with Steven. Nothing's ever even. Yes, sir. Clap hands, bruh.
Okay, like, wait. Oh, no, that's the happy birthday thing. Oh, my
Nah, that was
word.
perfect. That was perfect. It's
Happy
okay.
birthday. No.
Yeah, it's okay. That was perfect. That was perfect. So,
Looking for the button. I'm just like pressing buttons. You know when you playing those fight games and you're just like pressing buttons just to see which one is which. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's hand clapping.
So I have a book with me. I have a book in my
Okay.
hands right now. Name of the book is God Man. Oh,
Wow.
Written by George W. Carey. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Word Made Flesh. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. We have a nice, interesting chapter here.
Okay.
So it's called Redemption, the Ultimate Goal of Humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what Taoism is?
Taoism, no, but I'm about to find out. I'm guessing.
Okay. Taoism.
No. I'm always open to getting and acquiring.
Okay.
more
Okay.
knowledge.
Before we go into it, would you dive into it, dissect it?
That's if my mic is.
Please turn up the middle one. That one. Turn up that one.
3.
Yeah. 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Banele, I was silencing your
I'm
voice because it's so
introducing
annoying.
Some bass in the chat.
Oh, please.
All right.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, so I got this book, God Man,
Okay.
because it talks about you being a God first, a spirit, then you become man. So, I'm controlling from
please,
here.
bring it back.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
God Man talks about the Bible as an allegory,
Yeah.
where you are the things that have been written in the Bible. It's not necessarily literal, right? But it's what goes on in your body, right? So when we talk about the Jordan
waters.
River, that's your spine, sometimes referred to as the Kundalini. So coming back to what you were talking about those records,
Akashic Records.
Akashic records, right? That what I've seen is that when you take a look at ancient teachings,
Yes.
they will have different terms, but they all reference the same thing. Hence, I wanted to reference this part here, Steve.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
redemption, the ultimate goal of humanity. So we're going to take a look at some of the religions, and you'll see that they phrase it differently, but then they're talking about the same thing.
Yeah,
So let's go ahead and
yeah.
read Taoism.
Okay, Taoism. Man consisting of a trinity of spirit, mind, and body, cometh forth from the eternal, and after putting off desire, re-enters the glory of Tao.
So after you put off your desire, so you kill flesh.
Yeah.
And then you re-enter the glory of Tao. And then there's...
And then there's Brahmanism.
Yep.
Brahmanism is man's inner self is one with the self of the universe, and to that universe and to that unity it must return in the fullness of time.
Fullness, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And then we've got Buddhism.
Buddhism, man fundamentally divine, is held in the 3 words by desire. Purification from desire leads the man to nirvana.
Nirvana.
state.
Okay,
You know what I
I've
mean?
heard.
So,
Yeah.
so we're going to skip Hebrewism,
so-
Egyptian,
Okay.
Zoroastrianism.
No, this is not.
Traces-
Yeah.
yeah.
Zoroastrianism.
Steven nobanele nilokhe niyastruglisha lapho kunzima.
No, so it's Zoroastrianism.
Yeah,
Zoroastrianism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man is spark of the universal flame to be ultimately united with its source. And then also there's Christianity right at the bottom that talks about man made in the image of God, body,
Okay.
soul, and spirit, the Trinity. So what I'm trying to say here is
I'm
that...
hearing the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's just that the packaging is slightly different. Obviously, the wording is different, but it's basically the same thing. So it comes back to what you were talking about, where I think it talks about parallel universe, that you as an individual, there is a version of you that's successful right now, super successful.
What do you mean, sir? I am boss babe energy.
Yeah, actually,
Jeez.
yeah. With the parallel universe theory, there's a version of you that's very successful. There's a version of you that may be an addict of something. There's a version of you.
Okay, so like I get what you mean.
Yeah, you remember Spider-Man when he was doing this?
Yes, there's fragments of me in every reality.
Yes.
That are experiencing a different reality.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Oh.
Hence, but as the
phone is
ultimate
buzzing?
source,
Whose
I am
phone is
not
that?
sure. But as the ultimate source,
That one, Afroberry.
as the ultimate source of and one that is the the idea of the God consciousness,
The God, yes.
the God consciousness, yeah.
The Christ consciousness, it's
yeah.
that Kundalini when it's opened, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's those kind of ideologies, concepts that I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, I think that ultimately, one thing that we all need to know, in life is that your life is unique to you, and the power ultimately lies in that. That one element, that it's you. Nobody else can be you. Someone can be similar. There can be similar realities.
There's only one you.
But
at the
there's
end of
only
the
one
day,
you,
yeah.
and that's why you find good abanya bank. You'll try something. Let's say we all go into business.
Yeah.
But then we're doing the same thing, and then mine thrives and yours doesn't. But we all doing the same thing. Like, let's say we're all selling sweets, but somehow, as much as we're all selling sweets, I'm the one that is able to sell sweets in a way, in some or other way that makes me more successful than you are at selling sweets. Do you understand? So this brings me.
Let me ask you this just before you dive in.
Yeah.
Growing up, maybe even as an adult, have you ever wished that you could be someone else?
Yeah, I think everybody has had that moment. Some have said me now. I wish that I I'm too awesome.
And then now as an adult?
No.
Okay, so who did you wish to be growing up in your younger days?
Someone like my mom. Someone.
So you wish to be your mom?
Someone like my mom.
Like who? Though?
Who's that person?
Someone who is strong, someone who is able to survive, someone who's able to make the best.
I get that. So she's talking about traits.
Yes, characteristics.
Characteristics, and that's cool. But
I've never wanted to be
here,
someone else.
What I'm asking here is that when you watch TV, you're on the internet, and in the age of the internet, you see someone else's life, and you wish you could be that person.
I won't lie. I still at this age.
Be that person, no. But be someone like that person, yes.
Live their life, or
no, guys. I don't know. That sounds like a mental health problem.
Have you never wondered like what it feels like to be like Jeff Bezos, to be like Elon?
To be like. Do you understand that? This is why I say language, guys, is very important.
Okay.
To be someone like and to be that person is someone. Those are totally different things. To be like Jeff Bezos, but to be Jeff Bezos, two different things.
Okay,
to
you are
be
right.
Jeff Bezos or
right.
to be like Jeff Bezos, those are two different things.
Yeah, you are right.
You said you wanted to be somebody like your mom.
Like my mom, not I didn't want to be my mom.
What characteristics would you say describe your mother that you would like to be somebody that's like her?
That's why I started saying things like strong.
The question is,
be able to adapt, making the best of every situation, survive. Those kind of things, like literally. You see, that's life. Because
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
That's when you start to
Not
look
to
at
be
characteristics
that person.
and not to be that person. Now that's like literally trying to be umuntu, like taking on that sounds like an illness.
So
can I phrase it differently?
Is the question? Yeah, please. I want to understand the question. Is it, do you want to be like or do you want to be?
So have you ever idolized someone else?
Idolize them.
Like even small things, right? Where you grew up in a okay family, but then the family next door, the kid, when your friend, when he goes or she goes to school, she's got French, polony, same thing, cheese, like cheese, and you're like, I wish I was born into that family. In other words, you sort of like renouncing yourself.
Being envious?
You renounce yourself.
Yeah.
And you wish to be somewhere else. You've never had that. You've never, as a kid, be like, I wish I was born in that family because I'd be playing PlayStation right now.
So as a kid, I was a weird kid. I was a very, very weird kid. So I would have a thought like that, right? And then go to their house and then be like, while I'm there, miss where I come from. Do you get what I'm saying?
So
for instance,
Nina, you just like every other fickle person on earth, like in G, like you want what you don't have. You're always looking for something
my
else.
lady, there is.
Isn't that a good start? Because when you've gone full circle in life,
Okay.
you know what it's like to want. And I don't mean this from a bad perspective, to envy.
You see? Because
Hear
like,
me. Yeah, but-
envy is a sin.
So is everything else, bro?
But you go full circle and you realize that, you know what? I'm perfect. Right? So this, sorry to take you off track, TC, but it comes back to what you were saying about you are uniquely you. But for one to fully understand that, they have to then take this journey to understand that I am uniquely me. So even if other individuals would come through tall, dark, skinny, or whatever, in shape, but this is me. And I'm happy with being myself. So I was just saying that once you've gone full circle and you realize that you've envied, you've done all of this, but you love yourself, right? As opposed to someone that says, I love myself, but they probably haven't gone through the entire...
They haven't done the shadow work.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's what Thursdays are about. Spiritual alignment, where we get right into the heart, the depth of things, of course, as we look back to look forward to the weekend. And of course, I see you guys are coming into the chat. Of course, W's in the chat, like Stephen would say. With
W's in the
Priscilla
chat.
Maimani saying, morning, Vooka Nation. Happy Thursday. Sivugile. Hello, Priscilla. And of course, Daily, somebody that I haven't seen before on the Vooka chat, is coming in to say hi. Hello, Daily. How are you? I hope you're well wherever you're tuning in from. And of course, Tembi Mngi coming in to say wakey, wakey, Vooka Nation.
Wakey, wakey, Tembi. Hello,
wakey,
hello,
wakey,
hello,
Svugile,
hello.
ma. We're awake. I hope so.
Oh, Tembi's
in any
my
case,
mom,
because
bro. Why do I keep on calling her by name?
Askies. Okay.
Sorry, ma. Sorry,
She
ma.
comes back to say, a very good morning, team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile on a new day. Of course, it's a new day. God bless us. And of course, Uzinzi Elizabeth comes back to say, Ama Vuga Amahle Vugani Sivugile, and hope all is well. Hashtag spiritual alignment. Of course, she knows what time it is. And of course, Utembi coming back to say, hashtag happy Thursday, Vooka team and Vooka Nation. Take care and be blessed. Blessings unto us from the mothers. I love that. Uzinzi Elizabeth coming in to say, good morning, my best breakfast team. Wishing you all a blessed day. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. This is what we love to see. Spread the love. We love you too, Vooka Nation. And of course, Sakani B, our faves, man. I love our top fans. She's coming in to say, good morning, Vooka Nation. Sivugilo on this blessed Thursday, and happy Thursday all. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Of course, this is what we're about, right? We kicked off the day, or the morning, rather.
The day. You went so far into the day already.
It's fine. Whichever one, man. We kicked off with our picture of the day, which was, the Wits journalism and, of course, the voice of Wits FM. Of course, now, these platforms are shaping the next generation of media minds right here in Johannesburg. So from investigative journalism to youth-driven radio. They're keeping the city stories alive. And right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, that's what we want you to do. Keep the chat alive. Come into the chat. Keep, oh wow. Ubanele Mngqi is saying stars in the chat. Ooh,
Stars
yeah,
in the. Hey, that's a
man.
new one. That's a new one. Stars in the chat. That's a new one.
Look at me saying happy birthday. No, man.
Alright,
My
fine,
gosh,
fine.
Yazzie.
Are you trying to tell us something? Are you trying to tell us
Don't turn it
something?
up, 'cause
Yeah?
Are you trying to tell us something?
I don't know. Like I keep pressing the happy birthday thing when I want. Yeah, like po. I'm saying happy birthday.
To
like
who, though?
angazi, I want ayazi.
I mean, stars in the chat. I think that's a new
Stars
thing
in
we
the
should
chat.
use.
Yeah.
Stars in
Right.
the
So
chat.
TC, comment. Let's see if you've got a star next to your name.
Yeah, comment TC.
But I do comment.
No.
When I'm not here on Tuesday,
Let's see.
you
if
guys will
no,
see.
listen.
On Tuesday.
Let's see if you have a star next to your name.
Oh, I know, I don't have a star.
You don't have a star, guy. You should lead by example.
I barely comment. What I normally do is basically send out hearts, especially if I'm like sitting on the table.
Guys,
I send like hearts.
Hearts don't pay bills. I'm sorry.
Stars,
I'm sorry.
man.
Stars keep the lights on, right?
Stars, yes, sir.
TC, even if you like and you send hearts,
Doesn't mean anything.
Hi, Bonina. How? What? Like how?
absolutely
But see, be
nothing.
happy with what you get sometimes.
Be happy with what you
You
get.
know.
I hope the only thing you get is love.
Wow.
Are you gonna be happy?
Yeah, you know what? I would be happy because love manifests itself in many different ways. So bring me that love. Give me all that love, Vooka Nation. I want the love. Angazibanele nje
In the
ukuthi
words-
yena i-love yakhe imali. That's all. Bese izolo bebagwara mina ngokuthi girlfriend allowance. Ooh, Zico, I don't know if you're watching
Girlfriend
right now.
allowance.
Jay.
Hey, I still say TC wants the girlfriend allowance. You can tell.
No girlfriend allowance. She needs love allowance.
Love
Love
allowance
allowance.
only.
I do have love in my life. Like my whole name
No,
is
that's
love.
the only thing you will get.
No.
In the words
Oh.
of Bane.
What do you mean the
you heard-
only
you heard?
thing? It's not the
She's
only
like-
thing.
she's like,
I'll
oh.
A natural reflex was like, no.
Yeah.
It's not the only thing I'll get because love manifests itself in so
No, but
many
guys,
different
look,
ways.
I'm encouraging you, TC, Afroberry, and Stephen. Get some stars next to your names, guys.
Bro, where's my phone? Please pass me my phone.
You're getting a star now.
Does it work?
Hi,
Alright,
i-drama yenu. Well, because ngiyabona ukuthi ubanele yinto
In the words of
eyifunayo,
Bane,
eh.
in the words of Bane, but twisted in my own way.
Like,
It's cool. Stephen's
nje.
getting a star. So
I was born for the money.
No, please.
Give me
that's
my
not
money.
Bane. Bane does not
I
say
did,
that.
I did say I'm twisting his words.
Like clearly, but anyways, you know what, of course Thursdays are also movie review days, so Musi is going to be coming in with that one, so stay tuned, Vooka Nation, for that one. And of course, if you know of any movies that are hot right now and you want to give us a review, we want to hear from you. It's 06049333226. Come into the chat, let us know what are you watching, what's on your screens right now, and put us on to the newest and hottest movies that are out there, or ones that you'd like to revisit, since of course it's hashtag Throwback Thursday. If you've watched a movie that was really so good, they say if it's good, if it's nice, do it twice, so you know what, if there's a movie that you've watched before and that you'd like to watch again, a golden oldie, a goodie, an oldie but a goodie, let us know as well in the comment section, or on our WhatsApp line, again using that number 06049333226. Okay, and now the time is 7:54. Okay, and of course we've had the picture of the day, marking that off our to-do list, and now we've had a little chat, a little check-in. I didn't get to...
A little chicken. Where is it?
I didn't... A little check-in, not a little check-in. I know you're hungry. The pots and pans are not on today. I
was about to say, let me call her, but you thinking of food. I'm thinking of, So TC, stars
anyway,
in the chat. Stars in the chat,
I
TC.
see that because Zakani B is coming in to say, come on, TC and everybody, join us and have a star next to your
Stars,
names.
yes,
Lol,
yes,
the guys
please
are
tell
on
them.
your neck.
Yes.
And then Steven Reactions Live, that is you,
Stars
of course.
in the chat.
In the chat. I can see, guys. When I
Yes,
comment
sir.
here on my off day, this is why I must
TC.
just...
Nah, TC,
Stars in the
you must
chat.
buy
I
a
must
star.
tune
must
you
buy a
guys
star.
out and turn you
No,
off.
no, you have to buy a star.
Nyangora.
Stars. How do you make a star? Stars in the chat.
Ooh, Aibo.
Stars in the chat.
Behave, oh behave.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Utembi Mngqi, coming in to say, let's go TC for a star. Aibo ma. You
Yes,
know what?
yes,
Every Tuesday when I'm
yes.
not here and I'm
Yes.
out here commenting, uzongbona ke, right
no,
there.
TC, we
I
take-
am the star.
No.
No. You are the star.
Good one.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
right.
good one. But
Oh no!
Let's go, TC.
No,
Let's
I want.
go.
Let's even be here. There you
TC,
go.
stop
Keep
pressing the
pressing.
buttons, bro.
stop it.
Clapping.
I know you
are
operate.
Look.
I know you operate, but you can't be pressing all the
I'm
buttons.
those people
TC,
that
bro.
when we play the fighting game, I just.
Button mashing.
but
Button mashing.
stars don't do this.
Hey,
This star does that, and that's what matters.
no, you
This
know what
man,
this one is.
TC
You know what this one
This
is.
star does that.
Stardust.
A dying star. No, a dying
dying
star. Yeah, you know
Oh, wow.
when a star
They
dies,
still
it
shine
explodes,
just as
right?
bright.
Nah, they don't.
Nah, they explode and then
No.
they done.
They don't. They lie to us. But you're Stardust.
Yeah, Stardust with the gold.
Okay, maybe that's not such a bad.
No,
Yeah.
okay, TC, we're taking you off the show, ne?
Like,
Now you're gonna come back with a star. I'm sorry.
what do you mean?
Goodbye,
I'm gonna come
TC.
back with a star?
Good-
No.
Goodbye.
For the next 10 minutes, you need to get a star
Goodbye, TC.
No, I don't wanna.
Goodbye, my
now.
lover.
TC, you're getting a
Are you
star.
guys gonna like
Goodbye,
really
my
ambush me
friend.
on a Thursday, a random Thursday morning?
We need a new
Hello.
host. We need a new host for the show of Vooka Nation. If you know a dope host, just hit up in the comments, man. Just comment host.
With the
or
most.
hostess.
I don't care. Anyways, you know what? This is the madness that happens with live broadcasting. Okay, we are broadcasting live from the heart of Johannesburg, which is Dobsonville, Soweto, like Musi would say. And of course, you know what? We are going to pivot into the headlines that are shaking things up in Mzansi. Of course, you know, we on the Breakfast Show have spoken about those Gupta properties that were up for sale. You know, when we were doing the broadcast from Protea Glen Mall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember we spoke on this at the time. You see how we just ahead of the curve, Tina, as well.
When they were
Only
auctioning-
now they talking about the Gupta houses and
Oh,
the Gupta
come on.
property.
They slow, they slow.
We already touched on
They
it when
slow.
they were still on auction the day just before they went
slow.
on auction. We were out here on the Vooka Breakfast Show talking about it, and of course it was a hot topic because I mean those houses, man, they mansions, they like huge houses. Prime property right there in, you know, the upper echelon suburban areas of Johannesburg.
Where you grew up.
Not where. Just shut your
Hey,
mouth.
she's malfunctioning. Don't do that to her. You're making her malfunction. You're
Like,
short circuiting.
Yazzie, you guys keep.
Nah,
doing
I don't
this
like
thing.
this.
sure-
When it's
I'm
Thursdays
sure-
and it's my time to sit on this chair, you guys just
You
decide to
short-circuited there
let
for a
chaos
second.
reign. You unleash the beasts, and the beasts are
But
your
I'm
green
sure-
monsters.
I'm sure the Guptas were your neighbors.
The Guptas were never
Yeah,
my
yeah,
neighbors. I don't know
I hear
who
TC had a
them
nice
peeps are.
upbringing,
I don't
man.
know them.
TC had a nice upbringing. I mean,
in
she
the
had,
upper, in the
didn't.
upper echelon.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. There is no such thing. But anyways,
when you had French, she had Poloni.
athi when you had French. Ngiyanibona ukuthi namhlanje nifuna ungenelela mina because wena Steven izolo uziko ungenelele wena. So today you feeling
Zico,
like it's
shout out
my
Zico.
time to shine. I'm about to go in on TC.
Yeah.
Ubanele is just joining the ride because he's just a natural born hater.
And oh,
Guys,
the reason-
let's not do this in front of
You know
people.
those people that
Let's
just
not
hop
do this
onto
in front of
things,
people.
like that just hop onto hating people they don't even know, just for the vibes. Like no, because Steven doesn't like Usman Ban. Now I'm tired Usman
TC,
Ban
I
just
love
for
your
vibes.
eyebrows, bro.
No, leave my
and
eyebrows.
then
love
and
your
then
eyebrows.
and then 10 years from now, I'm like, no, I was just trolling.
Yeah, like nje.
I mean, our digital footprints.
But then again, then you get cancelled, and then we are kala.
Oh, we
As
have a comment in the
podcasters,
chat.
we get cancelled, but can our minister get cancelled?
Who can get cancelled? Me.
Hey, that's a
No, I'm
dope
asking about
question.
the
Yeah,
minister.
he's like, as podcasters, we get cancelled, but do ministers get cancelled?
Okay, so yeah, true. Like
No,
okay,
it turns out-
like also like what happens when they get
It
cancelled?
turns out they don't get cancelled. They don't. They can't. I mean, look at Gaten, for example.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can't get cancelled.
or the police minister.
Yeah, they can't get cancelled. That's something that
Sorry, TC.
can't happen.
I'm sorry.
Not that they can't.
Sorry.
They can. It's just the
Sorry.
they have
They
the money
don't.
not to be able to.
Sorry.
Or the
we've
connection
got-
not to be able to.
Yeah, we've got ADHD. Like,
No, I can see, like,
I apologize.
like, really, guys. The
from
show's
now,
done.
from now moving forward.
Disclaimer: I might be on the spectrum.
Wow, Stephen. I feel like people
no,
just say that to
seriously,
be
Sorry,
cool.
wait,
no,
wait.
no,
No,
seriously.
wait,
I think
wait.
I might be.
I'm going to keep quiet and I'm going to bring order. So if you say something that takes us off track, what TC is talking about, because we're talking about Guptas, right?
Like, I'm about to talk about Guptas. I don't know how we got here. Like, you guys are just like are terrible.
Okay,
You're
cool.
terrible human beings. But
Okay.
you know what? I guess people in the chat are liking it because they are commenting as the madness is happening. Uzinzi Elizabeth are coming in to say, when TC, Afriberry, and Mo get stars, I will get gift membership to 5 Vooka Nation
Yo, guys, get
members.
stars. Get stars.
So
get stars.
she
now.
is saying that's her
Now.
commitment.
Get stars
She
now.
is saying
get stars
that's
now,
her
guys.
commitment, right? And then Uzinzi Elizabeth coming in to say, oh, including Musi Miss as well. So Musi.
Yeah. Musi,
guys.
get your star. Musi. Get your star, Musi. Get your star.
But if you lead by
So
example,
you know what? There you go. You the challenge has
Hey,
been
guys,
set.
no,
get
TC.
stars. What the hell?
The challenge has been set.
Only the ones that have stars can say that. There you go.
Hey,
Because when you unstarred.
So right now, what's going on is we're living in the upper echelon. You out here in the trenches.
Okay, congratulations.
Look,
Congratulations, Stephen.
Okay, well, no,
check
it's
who
cool,
found
it's
the
cool.
captain.
Congratulations, Stephen.
Wait. Before we continue.
Like,
So my question to you, TC, is what are you going to do about this now?
I'll change it. Well, right now,
you. Round of
yes,
applause for
I
you.
will definitely change it.
Sorry, just to keep you accountable when.
What?
Sorry, guys.
When I feel like it, I will change
let's
it.
not digress.
And
It
ultimately,
it could
the
be 2
change starts
years.
with me,
It
right?
could
be 2
I
years.
need
Guys,
to,
guys.
yes, and I need to be ready. to
order,
make the change.
order in my courtroom. We're digressing. Let's go back.
Yeah, this is what you want. You want chaos to reign. You don't want alignment over here. You guys want chaos. But I guess this is how we
want
align.
teamwork, TC.
No, this-
Stars in the chat.
Okay.
And charity begins
At home.
I asked Musi my money this. I remember when we did that boss thing. I don't know if
There we go, digressing again.
Yes,
Hey,
because you know what? It's what happens. We have conversations here, and the conversation opens up for another conversation. So yeah, you know what? Before we pivot way too far away from
This time
the
we're not even
matter
pivoting,
at
we are
hand,
curving.
TC,
it's too
you're allowed to mute our mics, you know that.
true.
Yeah, let TC be, man. TC, please go.
Actually, you know what I can actually do is stand up right now and just get off the show. Like, I will do that.
Please continue.
Actually,
Please.
let's go on a break because when we
Okay,
come
cool.
back,
Okay, cool.
somebody else will be sitting in this chair because I need a moment to get my coffee and, of
No.
course, my sanity
Stars.
back
No.
up to me.
Stars. You need-
Thank
you need
you
a
so
moment
much,
to get
Vooka
stars.
Nation. Of course, it's about to be a hell of a show
Sorry,
right
Titi.
here on a Thursday, and it's spiritual alignment. I hope your spirit is right because we are going to come back with more of the good vibes and, of course, the chaotic madness right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Everybody, please go on a break.
No, it's on the
Hey
break
family.
already. Just
Hi.
go-
My name is TC Gamazbugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss.
My name is Ketue Ketumgunu.
On the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
This is Ted, the Wild Irish Comedian. You're watching Vooka Breakfast Show. Tune in every morning, Monday to Friday.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Dobsonville. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here, my name is Musi Nest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working with my man. TC Shabalala Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only one and lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
Boogie, we are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to you live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information. So, looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, or from school, right? I'm gonna give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back. We are back. As you might have seen, actually, not even might. As you've seen. Oh man, we need balance in life. We need balance in life. Duality type thing happening. Chaos and clarity. Is it clarity?
Yes.
Yeah. It's clarity. So that was necessary for a bit. Yeah, that was fun.
I mean, this also reminds me of the fly theory, that if someone takes a jar and they put flies inside the jar, the flies will constantly want to rise, right? But they will hit the ceiling of the jar, and you keep the jar there long enough, you'll see that the momentum starts going down, okay? And then eventually, when you remove the jar, you'll find that the flies don't even try and fly beyond that.
Oh, because now they...
And this movie, Sherlock Holmes, where he was playing a certain instrument or certain tune, and he found that playing a certain tune, he can basically create order within chaos, where the flies started flying in a circular pattern.
That's crazy.
Based on the sound that was being played. So...
That's crazy.
I mean, it's about creating order from chaos, because if things are left, they will naturally go into a state of entropy. And for those that are wondering, entropy, just like the sun is good. It gives us life. It gives us energy.
But it can be bad.
But at the same time, you've seen how structures that are left unattended.
Yeah.
It destroys things.
Right? It's crazy.
So it's both. So thank you again, Vooka Nation. We're gonna encourage the guys to get their stars, because essentially we have to lead by example.
Yeah. Vooka Nation
some of our Vooka Nation members, they are on platinum, and I'm humble enough to say that I'm still on silver.
Hey bro, same here, eh?
Right? I'm still on silver. But then I'm gonna progress and make my way up, because I buy 3 or 4 fat cakes, and that's just a subscription. So
that's right. And then the platinum is
29 rand.
29. Oh, come on.
29 rand. So that's not a lot. That's not a lot. Yeah. Okay, so there was quite a lot that happened yesterday, Steve, and this happened way after we stopped streaming. And this is alarming, because when it comes to safety in our communities, it looks like there is a lot.
What's going on? What's going on in South Africa, bruh?
So you probably would have seen yesterday that there was a individual, in fact, 2
arsonists,
e-hailing drivers at Maponya Mall that were in an altercation with taxi drivers. And one of them, unfortunately, was set alight in their car.
Set alight?
Yep. They didn't make it. The other one was suffered a gunshot and is in hospital.
Wait, give us context. What led up to this?
Right. So usually with malls, and this is something that you have seen, that and this happens in the townships. This is what really irks me up, is that malls have to negotiate with taxi associations so that we can have both services running
of the Uber.
within the mall.
Oh, yeah, I remember the time we were in Protea.
Yeah, so apologies, Vooka Nation. So e-hailing, we're talking Uber and Bolt, right? That if you're going to take an Uber or a Bolt in the township, your life may be at risk. So what malls tend to do is that they designate certain spots in the mall that allows Uber to pick up and make drop-offs. And I think right now as a nation, we are accustomed to knowing that at this particular mall, I can only request from a certain spot, and perhaps I can also be dropped off at a certain
spot as well.
Right? So the negotiations do happen, and there has been some foul play. And I'll talk about one of them that I particularly know, because whenever I'm at a particular mall, you would get individuals that come to you and say, hey, do you need a ride?
Yeah.
And what happens is that they are essentially taking money away from the taxi association, because it's like, hey,
directly so,
because you cannot come and establish a business within an organized structure. And I say this within inverted commas, because you will find someone coming to you and say, hey, I can give you a ride. But there's a few things that we need to keep in mind. Number one, whenever you are in a Uber or a Bolt, there's a thing called passenger liability. So passenger liability for the duration of your ride, if you've requested and it is logged in the app, if anything happens, then there is that passenger liability. So if you then choose to take a ride from a stranger that's offering you to say, look, I'll drop you guys off, automatically, just by accepting that ride, there's no passenger liability. So who will you call to say, I was involved in an accident, this and this happened? No one.
I saw last time, the time we were in Dobsonville, the time we were shopping, some guy came up to us and offered a ride. I kept quiet, but I was observing.
Yep.
And then you quickly was like, no.
So that's my plea to the Vooka Nation, that even if it might be cheaper, right? Please decline those rides gracefully. And all you need to do is just say no. So,
I mean, that no could save your life,
Exactly. Now, the other thing as well with regards to these rides and why taxi owners are fighting is that they are converting these small cars into taxis. In other words, Uber has come up with a plan, or Bolt and Uber has come up with a plan to say, if I'm using a hatchback, cars without the boot, the extended boot, only 2 passengers are allowed.
In a hatchback.
Okay. Not more than 2, just 2. If you're looking at getting 3 passengers,
then
you
risk
to request. You risk, and that's not allowed, right? So if you're looking at getting 3 individuals inside the car, then you need to request a sedan.
Okay.
So it's got extra boot space. 1 can sit in front and 2 can sit at the back. But for those kinds of cars, not more than 3 individuals are allowed. Right. So whether it's a premium, exclusive, or Uber Black, but it's only up to 3 individuals. Now, if you want to scale up and go to 5, 6 people, then there's your XL services, right? So what has happened in the past is that drivers, please switch on the camera there. So what has happened in the past is that drivers in the past have taken these small cars and created taxis. So for example, there's 5 of us.
Cabs.
Yeah, cabs in a way, right? So there's 5 of us, and they will then, because it's cheaper for us, we then opt for these rides as well.
Because I mean, it's cheaper and I could say much more comfortable, because I myself, like in a taxi,
it's not comfortable because it's a normal car and there's like 4 or 5 of us there.
Are we? So it's okay. Wait,
we're basically
a collective? Are we a collective?
Let's just imagine there's like 4 of us here in the studio.
And then we go, okay, cool.
And then we request, or not even request, but then these guys that come up to us and say, hey, do you want to ride? We're like, yeah, sure. How much is it? $40. I'm like, okay, cool. It's 10 rand for each of us. So we're going to be packed in that car like sardines.
Okay, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
So essentially, they are taking these cars and making taxis out of them. So hence, the taxi industry, the guys, they will fight.
So the Uber driver came
from their pocket.
So the Uber driver came, I'm assuming picked up a passenger. One of the taxi drivers saw him, reprimanded him. The guy didn't listen. And then from there, a conflict started.
I mean, there's like countless stories, but
no, I'm saying in this particular story.
In this instance, the mall, I think the last incident that happened in Maponya Mall was in 2023, when a driver got shot, right? So that was in 2023. So I think, in my opinion, Steve, and I may be wrong here, but I think the issue here is with the center management. Because these negotiations need to
happen.
to say that, look, whenever there's a problem, please escalate it, and then we'll see a way on how we need to address this. Because at Maponya Mall, even these other malls in the township, there is a designated taxi, what do you call this?
A pickup spot.
A taxi place where you go take taxis.
Oh, the rank.
A rank. Yes, a taxi rank.
Hey, man, we don't take taxis. Sorry, guys. But so the rank.
There's a designated taxi rank, and obviously with the commuters, they have an option. They've created options. Everything is about options, not a monopoly. So, do you want to take a taxi? Yes. You know where to go. Do you want to request a ride? Yes. There's a designated place. So, my opinion is that the center management has not really created a cohesive environment for both industries to exist. Because trust me, bro, it really doesn't make any sense for my grandmother or my mother that has been doing groceries. She's probably got a trolley full of groceries for her to be packed in a taxi. It literally doesn't make any sense.
And there's no space for groceries for her to put, Because, I mean, if the taxi's full and the space for that one person, which is that individual, where's the luggage going to go?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So it's about options. So I'm saying that it's really unfortunate what happened yesterday, because it's not just the drivers, but imagine if there was a passenger on board. Look, anyway, no lives should be lost. And I don't think this should really come down to driving fear within the e-hailing industry, because trust me right now,
I think if
you're going to request a ride now to Maponya Mall, which driver will come and pick you up?
No driver.
No one will.
Because of what happened, they see just their lives are in danger.
Exactly. So, and this also has cascading effects where, because no driver is willing to accept a ride, and we're also not willing to shop at Maponya Mall, because how am I going to get there? I do not want to use a taxi. Right? So as a result, I'm not going to shop at Maponya Mall.
You're going to go to a different mall rather that allows the Uber.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? So I'd probably go to Westgate or go to these other...
Southgate.
That accept it. So, I mean, 2 cars that were satellite, and it's just at the mouth of the entrance. At the entrance of the mall. So... I just want to see, in terms of the investigations, who will be arrested,
held liable,
accountable, and all of that. Yeah.
I mean, bruh.
There was another footage that came out. Unfortunately, where I just saw it right now, I can't find it anymore. So
there was another footage that came out that you can't find right now.
After the whole incident, it was recorded that community members have actually been discussing with the Centre of Maponya Mall in terms of the whole e-hailing situation and making sure that the Uber drivers are also safe when they come in. So it has also been discussed that apparently the centre itself is not literally taking precautions to ensure the safety of the drivers when they
That's
come
crazy.
inside.
That is crazy work.
Like when you go to Protea Glen Mall, where they have a designated area for them. They do not have a designated area, and it's something that unfortunately the centre had to do. But then they also discussed that they're going to meet up today in the morning and basically boycott the mall for this whole incident that just happened, because they say that means that we can't have our school kids being picked up at the mall to go back home because they possibly might die. And taxis don't sometimes go to where they need to go. So that's why e-hailing is also needed inside the mall. But we'll see how that one goes and whether the community actually took a stand to basically stand up for the e-hailing drivers that they also use.
Hey man, it's always the community that has to take us. What are our ministers doing about this, bro? What are the ministers doing? What are these politicians what are you guys doing? We're busy voting for you guys.
Barbara?
I don't even know who the minister is.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they doing about it,
It's Barbara. Obviously, Barbara Chrissy, yes. Obviously, we need to be on the lookout on, how she wants to handle this entire thing, right? But in terms of being safe right now, one might have to relook how you get to the malls.
Commute.
And some of the ways that people have been getting to the malls is that you request a ride, and because the drivers also have bills to pay, they've got a life to sustain, they would also risk by saying, look, I'll take you to the mall, but we're going to park in the parking lot. And then we're going to exit together as if we came together, right?
Yeah, I see.
And even for pickups, it's like, yep, I'm at the mall. And in the mall, you request a ride, and then they come to you. And then you guys leave together as if you are
a family or a couple,
you know
or whatever.
What I mean? So, bro, I think last week I was watching a video by Marquez, and they were showcasing the Tesla robo-taxi, right?
Hey,
so you know, with the robo-taxi, for quite some
I'm
time,
not gonna lie. It's
for
scary.
quite some time, I don't think it's scary.
You know, hey man,
because but let me just share some thoughts on the robo-taxi.
Yeah, please do.
So for quite some time now, in the US and other countries, they've got these electric cars that are able to drive, self-driving cars, right? We have that technology in the country, but I think most of us are familiar with self-parking cars.
Yeah.
Where you pull up to a spot.
And then you just press P.
You just press P, and then it does all the maneuvering. It's able to do parallel parking and all sorts of parking.
You might know it with the G-Wagon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can see the steering wheel turning by itself.
Yeah.
So it's got cameras, it's got sensors all around, right? So with these self-driving cars, the technology has improved that much that I think it's in the states of California where they've demarcated a certain area where they're basically putting this through its trials. So you can request a Tesla robo-taxi, or there's another one as well, but there's two of them that are operating in the area, and they pull up to you and there's no driver in the car.
That's part of
There's
the reason.
no driver in the car.
That's part of the reason why I say it's scary. What happens if systems malfunction and then we drive into another car?
I mean, look, the same way when we were moving from horse and wagon to powered vehicles, and what happens if I crash?
I mean, yet again, change is scary.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think if the taxi industry, people are still burning cars, when do you think we will ever get self-driving e-hailing services?
We won't.
Probably won't.
We won't. In this case, see your car driving by itself. You know these superstitions, bro. We're in Africa. People are gonna be thinking of other things now to say, how is this car?
But I mean, look, I grew up at the cusp of when technology was starting to pick up, right? And I think for my kids, growing up, I mean, she knows how to use a smartphone now.
Yeah.
So I think they will be accustomed. Maybe not this generation, but the next one, they probably will be accustomed.
It might take us like a good 20 years. 20 years.
Yep. I mean, we'll probably still be around.
Not probably. Whoa. 20 years from now. You think?
No. I mean, I'm talking generations, right? Generations that... 20 years will be around. Yeah, you're right. But this is where we are as a country, and yes, there's a whole lot of tech advancements, but then there are certain things that prevent us from moving forward as a country, and this is also one of them. And just the other day, I was reading about disruption as well, because again, Uber, Bolt came through and disrupted the taxi industry.
Crazy.
Because I think it was on Monday when Mo was talking about a paperless cashless society, and that more and more ATMs are being decommissioned by banks. Funny enough, when I used to travel to Pretoria back in the days,
yes, sir,
it was cashless, but we had like a little card where you would request. You would go up to a station and you would fill that card with your credits and stuff like that. So if you knew that you did the whole Pretoria-Johannesburg route quite often, then you would essentially fill that card, just like the Gautrain, right? Just like the Gautrain. And then they stopped that system. You know why?
Why?
Because every transaction was tracked.
Yeah.
So it means that for tax, because I know how much is coming in.
So now you can't run away from tax now.
Exactly.
You can't evade.
Exactly. So
shit.
They had to do away with it because they didn't want to have transactions being tracked and then, but you're making this much, you're not paying tax, or you're paying
come
a certain,
on.
you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why we're still paying cash in our taxes.
I mean, if we were living in a cashless society, it would be so nice. There wouldn't be any robberies happening, being scammed of your money. Okay, you would be scammed, but in different ways, you know. But hey, man, it's just wild. It's wild.
There has been some advancements in the taxi industry. So remember, because we're right here in Johannesburg, Soweto. So there's like multiple routes, but I'm talking about the Joldota route, where you've got the ones in Johannesburg and the ones in Roodepoort. So there was some advancements in terms of introducing Wi-Fi in our taxis.
Let
Let me cook on that one.
Okay, cook. Let me see where you're going with this.
It didn't last that long because it did cause a bit of disruption to the driver, because we're talking about a time or an era where we just moved away from CDs, right? And remember, in taxis, they play music and all of that. So
FM.
if it's not the radio, they're playing their own music as drivers. Now, we moved away from CDs and they started using memory sticks. Right? And you would find people in the robot selling memory sticks and so on. So one of the requirements to run this Wi-Fi in a taxi was that they had to have a car stereo that had to have a USB input.
Okay.
All right. So it meant one of two things. Either maybe as a driver, I play radio or I play music, or I have to insert the Wi-Fi stick dongle.
Yeah.
And then I'm only left with the radio. Okay? Or I take this out and I play my music. So what happened is that with most drivers, they would eventually take out that USB dongle for Wi-Fi, the modem, and end up using their own USBs for music. And because of that, the whole thing just fell away. So you would get a taxi, you would see that it's got Wi-Fi, but then when you go inside, there's no Wi-Fi. But in today's day and age, I'm just thinking, what if taxis had Wi-Fi, right? I don't really like taxis, but
I hate taxis.
Just think about the convenience. Just imagine it, Steve. Imagine it, you're in a taxi and you're able to connect.
Thing is, you know what I'm imagining also? I don't do well with, I think, hey man, I don't know what to classify this under. I don't do well with this. Like, you're sweating, you're touching me. Why are you touching me? You're sneezing. The other one is coughing. It's just too much going on.
No, but remember, there's a trade-off, right? There's a trade-off, because if you want comfort, you're gonna have to pay for it.
I don't mind.
It depends on the level of comfort. So the first comfort is getting a Uber.
Yeah.
The other comfort, some people are not comfortable in an Uber. You're gonna have to pay more. You're gonna have to get a car. Some people don't like driving themselves. They have to pay more, get a car, and also pay for a driver. So it scales.
Hey,
so
man,
depending on where you are.
Rather work hard, get myself a car, get my own.
Yeah,
stuff.
but I'm talking right now. So if you don't
yeah.
have it, you're gonna have to
Uber.
But if you don't have the Uber money,
hey, bro,
take a taxi, bro. There's no other way. Because I've always said that this has to do with the comfort levels or the options where you are. Because if that's the only thing you can afford,
and if it is the only thing out there that you can afford, you don't have a choice but to go with it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, again, I'm sad. I'm really sad because this fell away, but it could have been a thing that you enjoy using the taxi, because it is about the experience. But right now, trust me, bro, taxis, the experience is not great.
It's horrible.
And talking about experience, I remember when I used to work in town, there was this one driver where I think I was probably in his taxi maybe like a few times, but then he provided an experience because people were laughing in his taxi. You know, so he would play music, he would talk, he would make jokes, but you would really enjoy the whole commuting experience. There are taxi drivers
with
like
me,
that.
right? With me, I've never had that experience in a taxi. Never, not even by mistake. I haven't used taxi. Yeah, I agree with you. And for a reason. Every time I went into a taxi, it's been a horrible experience every single time. There was a time I was sitting in front.
You're gonna have to use that. That one creates noise. Yeah.
Bro, there was a time where I was sitting
That one
next to the
was-
driver,
I
right?
have to use that one.
I'm sitting next to the driver, and you know how taxis be. When you're in front, you're the designated accountant. Yeah, you have to count the money and stuff. So I'm out here counting money. And then, hey, there was this taxi jargon they were using, man. I didn't get it. I felt like I felt like a caveman opening up a computer for the first time. I was like, what is going on, bro? People were shouting at me. Yo, it was hectic. The driver's also out here. And the worst thing is, we don't even speak the same language. So it's crazy. But yeah, man, taxis. No. I've had horrible experiences in taxis every single time I went into. That's why I don't use taxis.
I've had some good experiences myself.
I've
with
had
taxis.
worse. Bad.
Last week Thursday when I left.
Please talk into the mic so people can hear you. But whilst you come here, I mean, one of the horrible experiences is that as the accountant,
Can I
Steve,
please have it back? Yeah.
as the accountant, right, you essentially are responsible for the entire transaction, right?
Yes.
So if you're short of cash or there is some change that you need to make change, the driver just leaves you like it's your responsibility.
Exactly.
Like, no, you sort it out. I just want 150 rands. Like, okay, can I get change? I don't have.
So you know what I did the last time?
Bro, like, what must I do?
The last time I counted the money, I took my change.
Yeah.
And then huddled everything to ask them how much should you get? It's like, yeah, 350. Like, cool, here's the 350. And then the rest of the cash, bro, was like, hey, guys.
Sort yourself out.
You'll see where you go with this.
But that's not the spirit of camaraderie.
But
Come
for
on,
me,
guys.
I've had like some good takes experiences. I remember last week Thursday when I left you to go to the waitressing thing, the taxi that I got in. Can I tell you, we had a whole political debate inside the taxi. It was basically me and the taxi driver going on about the political issues that are happening in South Africa, and everybody was literally listening to the both of us. So for me, I've had some good experiences. It's either and some of them have weirdly turned into my friends. Like I'd literally sit in the front seat and have a whole conversation.
I don't
with
blame
the
the taxi
driver.
drivers. I mean, you know, Africa. You yap, bruh. You yap. So,
Steve.
no, I mean this in the most positive way. No, in the most bro.
Wow, that's such an amazing compliment. Thank you. You see,
Oh,
right
come
now-
on, man. Oh, come on.
Look,
But
guys,
for me,
anyway-
I've never had a bad one, and I think you see the whole issue with the whole Wi-Fi situation.
Yeah.
Is scam, Leah.
It was a scam.
The reason why I'm saying that is because you would register on the Sebenza network. It's called Sebenza. You'll register on the Sebenza network, and they'll tell you that you need to earn points before using the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, what do you expect? You can't use it
So
for free.
I'm like,
how would
so-
you earn those points?
You need to there's like some certain games nyana included in there. You need to listen to review some commercials that have to do with the government and the whole transport situation. And I'm like, why say it's a free Wi-Fi yet there's like so many hurdles that a person needs to skip in order for them to actually use the Wi-Fi?
But let's talk about that for a second. So if something is free, we know that usually you are the product. Right? So Netflix costs how much? 140 rands, 149, but then it will cost you your attention, right? You can watch YouTube today, but then you have to go through an ad. You have to. Question is, can we then say YouTube is a scam? Because you have to first jump
In the end,
you
you
have to
can-
jump a hoop first.
But with YouTube, you can literally skip the advert. With that, you can't. What I'm saying is that
Sure, you can skip it. I get that, but you do know that with YouTube, there's unskippable ads now.
yeah, but
So my question is, if
no, listen, for me, YouTube is not a scam. The reason I'm saying the whole Wi-Fi taxi thing is a scam is because it doesn't literally connect. You can literally go through all of that in different taxis that you're in. It will never connect.
so you're saying it
That's
never
I have
wild.
tried
That's
it. I have
wild.
tried it multiple times. Like I literally wait for the taxi that has
Have
like
you used
the
it before?
Sebenza logo and outside of it before entering. And then I try it, my guy. It has never worked. I tried
Not even
twice
once.
and I gave
No, but
up.
bro, not throw shade, go in there. But your phones here in studio, they don't. Sorry, Africa.
Yo,
Sorry
bro,
about
Effie's
that.
gonna
Sorry
kill
about
me and
that.
leave you
No.
guys. Hey, don't do
No,
this.
what do you mean? No, but
Anyway,
remember.
ngizofana njengo-TC nami ngithi I quit.
No, it's fine.
Abafasi bayatoyitoya la evuka.
No, guys. It's something. It's something.
Hey
I'll
man,
share.
I mean,
I'll share
we
after this, but
have comments in the comment section, man. We have comments in the comment sections. Our community is out here speaking to us, and yeah, man, what would we be without our community, you know? So we have Lerato Ntokogazi about what? Why am I adding MA, bro? Yeah. Ntokazi Mbata saying, geez, the Soweto e-hailing situation is a huge mountain, right? So yeah, we have that. And she comes back saying again, yes, Ed Banele, with the information and learnings. Yeah, man.
I teach for a living, bro.
Yeah. And we have musician coming through and saying, this topic really irks me. Taxi associations really think they own passengers and the general public who use public transportation. But the people I mostly blame is center managers. Yeah. I mean, the center managers are...
It's a catch-20 situation.
Not really.
No,
Think
hear me. Why can't we, as the people, decide today as Gibeli takes? Remember, there was a time when taxis...
It goes back to what you were saying, though.
But remember, there was a time when taxis would say, we don't care if you've got a job. We don't care if you've got bills to pay. We don't care if you've got a family to take care of. But if we go on strike, no one's going anywhere.
I mean, they still do have that attitude.
Exactly, and they would bring the entire nation to its knees, and then.
But here's what I'm saying, though.
But hear me. I get the whole center managers, and they are part of the equation. What I'm saying is, we are also to blame because we go and use the very same taxis. So what if we were to say, no, we don't want taxis that are not roadworthy. We don't want drivers that don't have licenses. And because of that, we're not going to take taxis.
You know, in all honesty, this also goes back to the transport minister themselves, because ongoing, yes, people have been saying that we can't be in a taxi that is not roadworthy. We can't be having drivers that don't have license. And then you look, the working Minister of Transport itself is even failing to literally manage the taxi industry by themselves. And it shows you this whole taxi industry, like, government.
Thing is, guys,
government
going
and
back,
this has been such a long time. Like right now, I'm also looking like the people in Maponya Mall, actually in Pimville, they lived up to what they said. Like Maponya Mall it's closed, it's shut down, the gates are closed.
But you see, how does that serve the greater public?
Yeah.
Because now that the mall is closed and you get paid by the hour, it means you're gonna get a reduced salary from the mall or from the shop that you work at.
Or you might even lose your job.
What I'm saying is, let's not use taxis. Let them feel the burn or the pinch that there's a consequence if you act in an irregular manner.
But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? We can't really
not use taxis.
No.
So we're enabling, like we're giving them that power to say.
No, I'm not saying
they
no.
can burn, kill, strike, and keep us as hostages.
I'm not agreeing with what Effie was saying. She jumped into my mouth. What I'm saying is, no, man. What I'm saying is, no, man. What I'm saying is, musician was saying, I mostly blame the center managers, right? And you were saying you can't blame the center managers.
No. I'm saying they're not the only ones to be blamed.
Oh, they're not the only ones. Okay. Cool,
let's also look in the mirror, because we, as the public as well, there's something that we can do.
We are also a bit of like the enablers.
Yeah,
in a
cool.
way.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, cool. And now I get you. Now I fully get you. In that sense, yeah.
So let me just read the other comments here. So Moose came through and said it's giving being forced to take taxis, right? So we're being forced. So people should have a choice. They're seriously inconveniencing people. And then it comes through and says, but if Maponya is the closest mall and you don't have enough funds to go to another mall, then what should you do?
Hey, man.
If the whole concept of bringing malls to the township, Steve, you're young enough, bro. You wouldn't know this, but there was a time when you're looking at doing groceries. You have to go to Roodepoort. There was nothing at a close proximity. So the whole convenience of having a mall in the township where you can walk was to eradicate all of that. So now I've got a mall just a stone throw away, but I can't go to that mall.
Because of these things
I might be in danger.
And in all honesty, I really don't understand why the Taxi Association has so much frustration, because it's a win-win situation. There are some places I could go to but would not take an Uber to. Reason being, it's because it probably costs more going to wherever I want to go. And then with an Uber, I'll get there a bit faster, and I'll get dropped literally at the gate or at the door to wherever I'm going. But because it costs faster, but because it's expensive, I'm going to end up using a taxi. And like literally just wake up extra early, because I know that taxi, I get off there in Josie, I'm waiting for a taxi there, it's binding and all of that. But because it's cost effective, I'll use a taxi. But then there's more than enough routes, and the pie is way too big for them to be doing what they are doing, in all honesty. Let's be frank, because they also did the same thing when Rea Vaya was introduced back in 2010.
And they couldn't stop it still, though. Rea Vaya still works. People still use it.
So do you see that as much as you can say that, okay, I won't use Bolt, I'll use a bus, they have a problem with almost everybody. They just want to be the only transportation in South Africa.
So I agree with the sentiment to say we as the people have the power to change it, but let's be realistic, man. South Africans say a lot of things, but can we really unite and take action? You know what I mean?
I mean, we did it in 1976.
Yo, bro, like 19 exactly when? 1976. That's so long ago.
What we're saying is, can we stand up right now? We have a much more bigger platform. We have social media to literally expose everything that's happening.
I feel like right now the only way that could happen is if, and it pains me to say this, but it's the reality of what we're living. If we're saying these things, because we're not really, we are public figures, but we're not that big, right? But if you get a huge person on any platform, be it TikTok, whatever, Instagram, and they say the exact same thing we're saying, guess what's going to happen? People are going to stand up and do something about it.
And I also think like one of the other reasons why probably maybe South Africa hasn't come together as a unit and literally boycotted the Taxi Association is because of also the violence that comes within the association itself. Like, look at
this. Are we scared of?
We are scared. For me, I would be scared. The reason being because these people carry guns, bruh.
So they the mafia.
Go on a shooting spree. So that's like one of the major concerns is that we can come together and strike. But are we going to be safe at the strike? Because it's not like we're striking with a person who's going to maybe just slap me. They have guns. They shot an Uber driver in 2023 inside the mall. Now they just shot somebody, they just shot people outside of the mall and torched the cars. We can stand up as a unity, but that also means that in order for us to stand up as South Africa, we would need to make sure that we have the country basically also behind us and helping us, because without the country and the SANDF and the police helping us to literally fight this, we are basically, sorry to say this, but we're digging our own graves, going up against people who have guns, and we don't have any sort of protection from what they could do when they decide to retaliate.
Hey man, look here. This, you know what? No, it's heavy. Vooka Nation. Right now it's 43 minutes past the hour 8, man, and let us take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
And then just before we take a break, Steve. So we were in conversation with people that are making a difference in the community. So. Last week or the week before that, Musi sat down with an author, Diletso, right? So we're going to play the interview, and I mean, he's just a story of inspiration.
Hey, one huge story, eh?
From failure to trying out different things. Maybe I shouldn't call it failure. I should
no, you're right.
Experimenting.
No, let's call it failure. You know why I say so? Because hey man, thanks to you, right? Thanks to you. I've been checking out more and more and more of behind the scenes of the CEO and the diary of the CEO itself. So on the latest one I was watching, he got 3 incredibly successful people that he knows, right? And sat down like how we're sitting on this white table.
All right, as opposed to a one-on-one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, as opposed to a one-on-one. With all 3 of them, he asked them questions, and all 3 of them said, hey man, so it turns out, right, and this is a proven thing, the most successful people are people that were not afraid to fail as many times as it took. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, all of these people. So with failure, the more you fail, the more you learn.
The more you fail, the more you learn.
That's the thing, you know.
But I'm challenging you to replace the word fail with experiment.
Okay, experiment.
The more you experiment, because
the more you learn.
It takes off the pressure.
Yeah.
Because if you're experimenting and you want to see that, if I do this, what will be the reception of my product?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't fail. I was just experimenting.
I was just trying it out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Dileto, he's also an author. And please, guys, enjoy this conversation. And please post your comments if you want to have him back on the show.
Yeah, please.
We can absolutely do that. And the reason why we did this is because on the day there was load shedding.
Yeah.
But we still decided, hey, let's go ahead and shoot
Let's work.
The interview. So let's go ahead and play that interview.
How's it going, my brother?
All good, man.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Yeah. Not too bad. I mean, we're trying to keep it as warm as we can. But the winter season is not doing the things, man. The winter season is absolutely not doing the things. But thank you so much for coming through. We appreciate.
Thanks again for the invite.
Yes, sir.
Thanks to the Vooka team, the breakfast show.
Yeah.
As we are going to be doing the book review, and
I'm
also looking for any opportunity that I can grab
Absolutely.
to promote myself. So I'm going to use any platform that I get to promote myself and to push the book as well.
Absolutely. So let's talk about it quickly. Someone is watching and listening and is wondering, Musi, who is Keleto? Who's this guy you're sitting next to? I mean, he has a book here, and just a quick introduction as to who you are and all the spaces that you're involved in.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a very long one, but I'll try to keep it short.
Absolutely.
Because as I've written a memoir, I didn't even include every story that I have.
I see.
Life. Like after printing the final copy, I realized that I've left out quite a lot of information.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Hence, I decided to write it. But Keleto Mulubi is a 32-year-old young man who lives in Bramfisher currently. One thing that you'll note from the book is that I attended 11 schools till my matric without ever failing a grade. I've been moving.
Did you do because look, it's 12 grades, right?
Yeah.
Did you do 1 grade?
No, not even.
One school per grade?
Not even.
Okay.
I would change schools in June, sometimes in September.
Okay.
Which didn't make sense.
Like 6 to 9 months into the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my mom used to move a lot, and I also lived with different family members. You know, I used to be that kid which every family member loves. You know, they want to live with. He's a good kid, so they would take me in. You know, if my mom is struggling here and there. So that's one of the stories that amazes a lot of people. You know?
See.
So after matric, yes, I completed my degree in psychology. I've always been a businessman. I've started multiple businesses that some made it, some didn't. But my current business right now is Daily Bread. It's a bakery. We deal with bread. We produce white and brown unsliced bread. And our market price, it's 10 rand. So we deliver to local tech shops, to business owners, restaurants, and fast foods. So, yeah, like I said, if I touch on everything about my life,
we won't finish. I see. It sounds interesting and intriguing already, I can tell you. And it sounds like you've lived quite a eventful and full life. I mean, from childhood all the way to adulthood now, right? But let's talk about your journey now into entrepreneurship. How does that come about? Because you just mentioned that you've tried quite a lot of business ventures, right? And some have been successful, some not so great. How does the journey start for you to get into the business into the space of business and entrepreneurship? Because I can imagine it's not an easy space to navigate and to be involved in.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Like I always tell people, if you need motivation to start a business, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
No one needs motivation. You have to just do it and,
Yeah.
and see for yourself.
Yeah.
So my journey started, my mom used to run a fast food business, and when I completed my matric, I took over the business.
Oh, wow.
It was called Roadhouse Fast Foods. We built a very successful brand. We even opened branches in Potchefstroom, where I used to attend my varsity in Northwest University.
Yes.
And we also had another branch in Kuma, which was run by my good friend Lefa. So my business journey started there. And then after that, that's when I started my consulting company, my sales and training consulting company, which I ran for over 8 years. And because I believe that's my strength. My strength is into sales and marketing. So I've run that company for over 8 years. And then I started multiple business along the way. I even started a company called Disky Bets.
Oh, wow.
You see these local tournaments that have been happening
Yes,
here in the local,
yes.
So I started a company that allows people to bet for those.
Oh, wow.
matches,
For our
you
local
understand?
tournaments in our
Definitely.
communities.
It was called
Wow.
Disky Bets. I started it in Snake Park, Block 7. And the company was doing well until a very tragic moment happened in my life where
Okay.
I was attending an event and then coming back from winning a competition, then I was robbed at gunpoint.
Oh, man.
And that left a very traumatic experience.
I can
And,
imagine.
Yeah, I didn't have it in me to continue with the business, and I left it there. And then now, which is my company, Daily Bread, how I started it was quite funny. Started from renting equipment, and now having 3 bakeries in just a year.
Oh, yes.
Got funding from the NYDA, got a partner to come in so that we can buy another equipment. So the business has been doing quite well. But currently, our businesses that are operating right now is the one in Pramfisha and one in Zola.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been man in this
In the
business,
space
yeah,
for quite some time. Yeah.
I remember after completing my
Your matric.
degree. No, my
Or your degree in varsity.
I was working at a company in Sandton.
Yes.
I remember because it was a law firm that had a call center. So on weekends we could come in and then we have to do our call center duties.
Yes.
So I remember sitting there watching outside the window. People were moving, cars were moving, box were moving, dogs were moving, and I was just sitting there waiting for a call.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, nah, this is
not
what
for
I do in my
me.
life. I cannot be waiting for a computer to tell me when to speak.
Yeah, man.
And that's when I decided not to leave this job thing and started my
Start your
journey.
own stuff.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it sounds so intriguing, man. It sounds very, very interesting. But I mean, let's talk about Daily Bread for a second. In just 1 year, you have now 3 branches, in and around Soweto. That's incredibly impressive. But then what do you think has been the secret ingredient behind, the rapid expansion that you've witnessed and experienced within the business, and especially operating within the township economy, because you know that it's not the easiest one. Yeah.
It's very challenging what we're experiencing now.
Definitely.
No production, load shedding.
Yeah.
So, man, Daily Bread has been a blessing. The one thing that I can share that has kept me to where I am now, it's mindset, man. It's all about mindset. If you're gonna be doing something, make sure you do it. Make sure you believe in it. Before other people can believe in you, make sure you believe in yourself and whatever that you wanna achieve. And if your dream is crazy, then it's definitely the right one. So I started by renting equipment, like I've stated. And then after 3 months, I saw a program that was presented by NYDA. We attended it for a week, and then they promised us 10,000 for stock, which was a grant funding. But I didn't feel like that was enough for me. So after completing that program, I told them straight up, like, guys, this is not gonna work for me. I need bakery equipment. I don't need 10K. And mind you, at the time, I didn't qualify. According to the requirements, I didn't qualify. But I was like, hey, I understand I do not meet the minimum requirements, but this is what I want. What can we do? How can you guys meet me halfway? And it was a long process. Yes, there are things that are in between that I'm not going to mention. But I ended up getting the bakery equipment. And now you can understand that I attended with people And now I can't even share with them that, hey guys, me, I didn't get the 10K that was promised to
Oh,
us. I got like
yes.
equipment which was like 45K.
Wow.
So which I didn't really qualify for it. So you can take what you can take from that is just the mindset.
Yeah,
if
man.
you want something and if you can see it, then do it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
don't-
yeah, yeah.
I'm someone who doesn't ask. I do and then I get told, no, don't do that. Because I believe asking is when you put in those red tapes for
Yeah.
yourself. Just do it. And then if you're doing the wrong thing, someone will come in and reprimand
And correct you, yeah.
So, but if you want to do something, Jaka, just do it.
Just go.
Just do it.
Don't think
Jaka.
about it. Go.
Nah, you want
Yeah,
advice.
yeah.
I know it's not gonna
We'll
work.
We'll figure it out when we get
Exactly.
there.
Like my mentor used to say,
Yeah.
always says that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that. that. So, but Daily Bread, 3 branches in and around Soweto, you're saying, but 2 are the ones that are fully operational right now, right? What do you think sets you apart? What makes Daily Bread unique? I mean, we've seen quite an eruption, I guess, for lack of a better word, of quite a few bread brands in and around Soweto, and there's quite a few bakeries now that are coming up, right? And it's great for the black business economy in Soweto. But what sets Daily Bread apart? Why should I feel like when I go to the shop I should get Daily Bread as opposed to these other brands that we have?
Yeah. Okay. Let me start here. I don't know. You can tell me.
Yes, sir.
Do you pray?
I do.
You do.
I do.
Okay. There's a part in our prayer that says,
Give us our daily bread.
give us this day our daily
Bread, yeah.
Yes. Hence the name Daily Bread.
Oh, wow.
It is more like an answered prayer to local community members who are struggling.
Yes.
And hence our price is 10 rand. It makes it more affordable.
Affordable,
So
yeah.
it's more like
yeah.
an answered prayer. So the name itself, it was very strategic to say, if I'm gonna grow to become a very big brand, I need to identify myself as a big brand, something that people can relate with. People want to relate to something. So that name itself, it is used in multiple situations, right? And then I, like, as you saw, someone who just passed here with selling bread, the unsliced one.
Yes.
That's the market that I operate in. So I wanna operate in the market of unsliced bread, but branded. So as you see that small bakeries, they think of themselves as small businesses. I don't think like that.
Yeah.
I think as a big business, sorry. So what I do is that I brand my bread. I present it as a brand to say we are selling unsliced white and brown bread, but it's branded. So we are in a way directly competing with your
These
Albanis,
big brands,
but we are operating in our own market, which is the
Unsliced.
unsliced but branded bread.
Wow.
So we don't think small.
You heard it right here.
Yeah.
We don't think small on this
don't think
side,
small.
Chief. We're
Yeah.
not small.
Yeah.
We're not small, and I like that. You know, it also speaks to manifesting. You know, speaking it into existence. I love that. But let's change gears for a second. We have a book right here in front of us, right? And Resilience, My Unfiltered Journey Autobiography, a memoir by Kelotso Mulubi.
Definitely.
Right? And this is an autobiography by the one and only Kelotso. So let's talk about this for a second, because someone is wondering how, Musi, there's a book here in front of us and the author is right here in front of us or with us, right? Let's talk about this. How does the book come about, and what prompts you to now feel like you need to go into writing about your own self, a memoir about your life story?
Hey man, this one came as a surprise to myself as well.
Yeah.
So I've always been interested in writing. So as I said, I used to run a company called KMC. So I would write my own training manuals. So I wrote, this is like my second, baby, because I first wrote a Ace Technique sales manual, which it was for salespeople who wanna, boost their sales and company revenue and all of that. So this is my second one. And how this came about, I changed titles a lot because I didn't know what I'm gonna write about. I wanted to write about business, and then I saw that while writing, like, I spoke more about my life. And I was like, nah, this is not gonna be a business book.
A business
this
book,
is like
yeah.
my life. So let me write a book about my life. And you know, the title itself, it reflects who I am, resilience, you know, being able to go through those tough times and still come out with it. Like, not having that mentality of saying, nah, I'm gonna give up, or this is too hard for me, or no, I made a mistake. No, what I do is that I make sure that every task that I'm faced with, because I believe this is life, this is how life is supposed to be. No challenge that's given to you is bigger than you. You understand? So this is how that book came about. Writing a business book, and then I was like, nah, this is more about my life. Let me turn it into an autobiography. And yeah, and then if you can see the image, the real image of what I put there, you'll see that I was going through a lot. You can open the first page. You'll see that I was going through a lot. Like I was, entrepreneurship was giving me, was giving me help by the time. You know? So the reason why I even said unfiltered, to say I
this is
come
the
as
real
I am.
me.
You understand?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be wearing like those suits and all and everything just to
trying to look good.
I'm gonna come as I am. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So that's about the book. And currently I'm trying to maneuver around social media. So even how I present myself on that, I don't come as like, you know, I come as I am. If I'm unshaved, I'm
like that. Yeah,
you know,
man.
this is me.
Yeah,
And
get the authentic me.
definitely.
Yeah.
So in any business discussions that I hold, I am always frank with people to say, guys, I am not gonna stand here and tell you or motivate you how to do it. If you need motivation, don't do it. Like, I'm always that honest with people, and how my journey has been. I've always been honest with it.
Yeah.
I've been running this bakery by taking money from this one to pay this one. Hey, it's been a struggle.
It's been a journey. I can imagine.
I'm very honest with my life. You understand? So this book, yeah, man, this is a sample, by the way. A lot of chapters are not in the book because I wanted to first see how it's gonna come out.
Look,
You know,
yes,
before
I get you.
I start investing a lot in printing.
I get
and all
you.
of that. So yeah. But the book, man, I believe it's amazing. People who've read it said it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a book that makes people see that you are not alone.
Yeah.
You know, whatever that you're going through, yes, we might be going through different
in different ways.
Yes,
but the struggles
but
sometimes are similar, if
alone,
not the
my
same.
man.
Yeah.
And if I can be able to sit here with you and tell you my story, where I started to where I am now, then what makes it difficult for you?
For the next person.
Like, just do it, my man. Just make sure that every challenge that you set for yourself, you see it.
I love that. So I mean, and I love how you just
And
touched there are quite a few people now who have read it and are receiving it quite well. The reception has been amazing. So for a reader out there who might be interested in picking up,
or maybe there's someone because I think
what would you hope they get out of it? Because it's a personal story of yours, right? And resilience, like you mentioned, is a huge thing for you. It resonates very huge.
Yeah, and I'm not able to
what do you
hear
hope
them.
someone like a Musi or someone random in here who's wondering what the book is about gets out of it?
Because I'm someone who believes that as black people, I'm not gonna speak about white people a lot because I don't know much about it. But as black people being raised in the townships, we were raised by what I believe mostly angry parents due to their traumas that they had, due to their upbringing, due to
the circumstances,
factors, right? So they raise us from a point of being scared. Don't do it. What we know as young people, black young people, is that we are always reprimanded. Don't do this. Don't do this.
To interrupt the stream, man. I mean, that is a very, very interesting conversation that Musi missed with Keleto. I'll say his name again so you will not forget the name, Keleto. So that was a very interesting conversation. For you to get the full conversation, we are going to upload it separately so you can watch and listen. Have a lesson. I mean, there's a lesson behind. I mean, the man went to 11 different schools actually. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. Yeah. So sorry. This coming Saturday, we have hey man, something nice happening for the mother and daughter. Oh, there we go. So they couldn't hear me.
Okay, so
isn't your mic supposed to be number 3?
Oh, it was this one. Okay, so this coming Saturday, because it's still Women's Month, right?
Yes.
There's the initiative that's being done by the Dobsonville Mall, And that initiative is about drawing mothers and daughters closer to each other. You know how it's difficult for parents to talk to their kids?
Yeah.
It's even more scarier because with, you know, moms and daughters, there's that element that when you guys grow up, I would find this fascinating as a guy where my peers would say it was difficult for me to talk to my mom about my periods or when I started dating, right? So this is a CSI initiative that the Dobsonville Mall will be hosting this coming Saturday at the mall. So there's 25 mothers. Well, it's a pair. 25 mom and daughter,
yeah.
Right. So on the line, we do have some of the moms that are joining us that will be there
Oh,
also on Saturday, right?
Brilliant.
I feel so left out because I have a son, not a
No,
daughter.
it's a daughter. It's a daughter. But you could bring your mom because it's between mom and daughter, right? So you and your mom. So you could be the daughter here.
Throw these on and just hear what's going on. Yeah, speak. Yeah, you can, so the son and daughter, mother and daughter thing. Can you hear that?
Yeah,
okay,
what?
cool.
We hear you talking.
Are you not hearing
Steven.
the static? Am I okay? Cool. It's fine.
Sorry about that. Yep. So we do have the some of the moms that are joining us online, and I just want to quickly check because we've got two of them on the line.
Yes.
I'm just going to ask you guys to introduce yourselves and see if you can hear us from your end. Good morning and welcome to the Vooka Breakfast Show. How are you this morning? Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zanele. I'm Mashiko. And
Morning. Hi, can you hear us?
Good morning. Yes, I can hear you.
Just a second,
My
Moose.
name
Can you
is
see the two knobs, right? You're going to have to turn up that one, yes, so that we're able to hear her.
Turn it up again more.
Somewhere halfway. There we go.
Okay, cool. Good morning. Sorry, we couldn't hear you there. How's the morning, moms?
Good morning. Good morning,
There we go.
everyone. The morning is great. We are excited to be here. We're looking forward to Saturday. My name is Zanele, and I can hear you guys loud and clear.
Oh, yeah. Nice to meet another Banele.
No, that's Zanele with
Oh, sorry, Zanele. Sorry there. You know, hey, life, man. It's full of surprises. Yeah, Zanele.
It's surprising your ears right now.
No, but it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the call and pleasure to meet you. So we also have another mom on the call, and thank you again for making time because we understand you're probably at work. So could you kindly introduce yourself, please?
Morning, team. Okay, so my name is Tlagan Pile. I'm also will be joining you guys on Saturday in the campaign.
Oh, that's
nice to meet you.
amazing. Good morning and lovely having you here. So I understand that
you.
we're actually supposed to have 3 moms and unfortunately one can't join the call due to electricity problems, right?
Yes.
Okay,
But she will be with us on Saturday, yeah?
Yeah, I can't wait to see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
So my question to you ladies is that when the Dobsonville Mall came up with this initiative to try and bring moms and daughters closer to each other, what is it about this initiative attracted you to it? And what are you looking forward to in terms of, you know, the things that you can take out from this initiative? So we'll start with you, Zanele.
Okay. With me, funny enough, I saw the communication, I think on the day when it was closing. And I thought, hey, let me take my chances. Maybe I might be selected. Fortunately, I received a call and I was so excited to be selected to be part of the event with my daughter. So, Mina, what I am looking forward to, or what I believe would see why the relationship is important, Uguti, I cannot raise my daughter as my parents raised me. Because my parents raised me in a world that no longer exists. I grew up in an environment or in a family where there was no hugging. I have never seen my dad hugging mama. I've never seen my dad giving mama a kiss or praise, you look good today.
Oh, the
So,
affection.
yes. So I believe Uguti, the relationship with the mother-daughter thing, for me, it's important because it creates a safe space for meaningful conversations where Ukamuhelo is allowed to share her thoughts, feelings like her, and experiences openly from a young age. I never had that opportunity with my mom. I don't remember having an open conversation with the Uma. The only thing I remember about growing up, Uguti, we just had to abide by the rules, do what the parents tell you, whether you like it or not. That was it. But
Thank you so
otherwise,
much.
yes, yeah. Otherwise, I am looking forward. I hope my daughter will also learn something from the event. Hopefully, there'll be talks so that she also gets something to take away home after the event.
That's amazing, man. Hlakanipili, what are your thoughts and what do you hope that your daughter will also be able to learn on Saturday while there's other mothers with their daughters? So what do you hope to achieve in terms of growing the relationship that you guys currently have?
Okay, so for me, I will say it's going to give me and my daughter, an opportunity to interact with other mothers for me, and also an opportunity to share the ideas and the challenges with other daughters, labaza bahlangane nabo. And then also maybe I can also say a good team. The takeaway for me and I told lapho will also be a good team. Maybe ngizobona ukuthi, let's say for an example, bengitshela ukuthi maybe I'm being a bad mom, but also mase ngihlangane with other mothers, then sharing the ideas, ngizobona ukuthi actually I'm not being a bad mom. I'm doing great. And also I think it's also gonna give me an opportunity ukuthi ngibone ukuthi nabanye omama, how do they interact with their child. And I think it's also important to create a safe space or a room with your child. I feel comfortable to come to you with anything, or maybe I figure as an advice. We ask okay, mama is always there. Mama is always there to give me an ear. Share maybe an idea that I have, or maybe ngifuna angibonise how can I navigate life as well.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Would you also let us know what it means exactly to raise a female warrior in the world of today that we're currently living in, actually?
Sanele or
Either one can answer.
The question goes to the both of you guys, but let's start with Zanele.
Right.
Zanele.
So maybe repeat the question, Afrobear.
Yes, my question is, what does it mean to raise a female warrior in the world of today?
I think it means as parents, we need to create safe space. Our children are going through a lot. As parents, we assume we know what is happening, or we know what is right with our daughters or children. And you'd be surprised, you know absolutely nothing. So I think having those open conversation, trying to understand and to listen attentively as parents. Sometimes we don't want to listen. We are quick to judge, or we are quick to conclude without actually giving them an opportunity to explain and tell you, Mama, this is what transpired. So I think it's more of creating a safe space and just listening to them.
What about you, Hlakanipili?
Okay, so for me, I get to see myself and my daughter. So it gives me an opportunity also to maybe to correct the experience that I had growing up. to give her more opportunities engazange mina ngaze ngazithola. Obviously umama angeke afuna ukuthi umntana wakhe akhule the same way yena akhule ngakhona. Uzofuna what best for her daughter. So it gives me an opportunity, and also I get to see myself in kuye. So mangikhulisa yena, I'm also ngikhulisa nami ngisakhula.
Oh, that's amazing, man. Because I think raising daughters is probably one of the most amazing, and unfortunately, in the current world that we're living in, is also not an easy thing to do. It's looking at the amount of things that are happening out to young females out there. But then we also get to talk about the spiritual bond that mothers and daughters have. And I also wanted to know, how can the spiritual grounding help to strengthen the bond between mothers and daughters when it comes to like religion or either church or faith-based wise? Zanele?
Can Sister Kile answer, please? I requested not to respond to question number 2.
Okay, no problem. Sister Pile, can you kindly please answer this?
Okay, so for me, I'll make an example. So this one takes me back, Mangsakula, with my mom. So umama me had this thing at every day, 6 p.m. So in her bedroom, she has this small place where you're right? So every day it's 6 p.m. and in the 12 a.m.s. So at 12 p.m. I will join her magatandaza. So there was this in this small place in her bedroom. So she would light a candle white. And I will join her. And then I'll listen to her atandaza, and then I also get to used to the routine, to the routine manje sekaqedile ukuthandaza makathi amen, then I'll join her masakayenza ubaba wethu sezulwini, of which is it's our father. And also it also gets to a point ukuthi nami sekang include that in the praying ukuthi nami ngithandaze. She gives me an opportunity to say ubaba wethu osezulwini. And also she, after the prayer, she will also ask me ukuthi, how did you find mthandazo wa today? What do you think we also need to pray for? What would you like umama ukuthi akuthandazele yona?
Inclusion.
So yes, it creates like it creates a strong communication with you nomdanako. The connection, it's always there because you get to share similar ideas, and you also share similar values.
Now that's very amazing, man, and very exciting, because one thing that most people don't understand is that sometimes a mother, as strong as we are, we also have the ability to literally shape and mold the wonderful human beings that we birth to become beautiful and fantastic human beings in society. Now let's talk about the amazing event that's coming up. So we're talking about the anticipation for the event. What excites you about the Raising a Warrior experience that is coming up on this on Saturday? Zanele?
Okay, what excites me, Obuti, my daughter will get a chance to interact with the other young ladies. Abazobe bakhona. She will get to hear and share my experiences with them. And what I'm hoping for, Obuti, my daughter, is gonna grow up being aware of who she is, and where she comes from, and nama family values. So I'm hoping she will become a responsible adult, full of life, and just ready to face the world, because there's so many things that are happening, and that maybe hopefully there'll be some talk about being judgmental, I hope that the young ones would learn to be open-minded, by accepting people's perspective without being judgmental. Because kuke incident esikolweni, I was called, there was a girl child, and kuthiwa she is smelling on a bed odor and things like that. So when I was called in school, okay, the parents of the child were not there. Fine meeting took place, but when I went back endlini, I had to had a talk with my daughter to say, number one, do you know if Ilengane in any health condition? Maninhleka and making fun of her ukuthi and on a birth order. Did you guys maybe did you go and have a talk to her? Maybe try and find out ukuthi if ikhona inkinga ekhona. So yeah, such things that never sat well with me. But I just hope she will learn a lot from this experience. As with me, ngiyaqala ukuhamba nengane yami to this experience. I never used to ngikhulise ingane zami the way I was raised. Especially my first daughter. My daughter is 23, and today I do not have a relationship with my daughter. Because ngikhulise ingane zami the way ubabami raised me. My father was a very strict parent. So I lost my daughter along the way because bengafuna ukuzwa lutho.
I'm so sorry about that, man.
Yes, so I'm trying to avoid that with Ukamukhelo right now and the son on a 9 years. Let me not repeat the same thing that I did to Unompumelelo, but at least have this relationship with these two.
Man, I understand you, hey, because being a parent is always a learning curve, and we learn along the way. That's how we found out whether we're good or bad parents. Gota, what about you, Hlanipo? What do you expect from this exciting experience that's happening out on Saturday?
To have fun with abantwana bethu, to have fun as abomama, ukuthi sibe proud ukuthi we are mothers. I think that's will be the experience that I'm expecting from. Yes.
And how do you sorry and how do you plan to keep the connection that you guys are going to build with your daughters going forward, like after the initiative? How do you plan on keeping the connection and even building it better?
I guess communication and creating a safe space for umtanam and the trust, and also to give her support.
Sounds like it's going to be a very insightful day. It's going to be both emotional, fun, but we're breaking down those barriers. Because, as you have previously mentioned, that some of the things that you grew up not experiencing, you don't want the same for your daughters. So we're also going to be there as the Vooka Breakfast Show, and it's going to be taking place in Dobsonville Mall, and it's going to start at 10 a.m. through to 12. So everyone can come through, but there will be a designated seating area for the mothers and the daughters. But for the onlookers, they can obviously participate as well. So this will also be streamed on our Facebook channel, and look out for it. But ladies, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much.
Please make sure that you come out, bring family, bring people, and we'll see you on Saturday. And thank you so much also for taking part in this initiative, and also to the Dobsonville Mall for giving back, more especially right now that these conversations are much needed. I really, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, can't also wait to see you on Saturday. Hey?
Have a great one, ladies. Have a great one, ladies.
Thanks, you too,
Thank
team.
you.
Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, I hope you're ready for that Saturday experience at the mother and daughter raising a female warrior experience that's happening out in Dobsonville Mall, Konala Soweto, where we'll be connecting with different mothers and daughters and sharing experiences on how it is to raise a girl child, more especially in today's society where we have so much gruesome incidents that are happening out there to female ladies. And we hope that this event will basically unify and strengthen strengthen the bond between mothers and daughters. So more connection, more communication happens between mothers and daughters, because we are our mothers' daughters, and without their support, we wouldn't be where we are right now. So heading over to the YouTube channel, we have a comment from Uradzilani Richidzi saying, "Oh, this is beautiful, man. One thing about the sacred bond." And then we also have another comment coming from Nelisumni saying, "Speaking life upon our daughters." And we also have another comment coming in from Radzilani Richidzi saying, "Between mother and daughter is the passing on of values and principle, and that's why in society when people behave in badly in brackets, I think serial killers, we look into family and family history." And we also have another comment again coming in from Nelly Sumni saying, "Talking about no rules in a book and how to raise a girl child." That's very true. There are no rules on how to raise a girl child, or even how to raise a boy child. Like I said, parenting is a learning experience, and sometimes we learn on the way. It may always not be the best, but we also learn to also found ourselves through that parenting journey that we have as society, man.
I mean, I say parent from the heart. Parent from the heart. That's the only guideline, right? If you do it from the heart, trust me, you're guaranteed that you're doing it the right way. And just like any other person that has gone through a journey and they've learned so much in the journey, when you normally ask them, what have you, or what would you change? They'll say nothing. So they will embrace all of the ups and the downs, but they prefer to say they won't change anything. So if you lead and parent from the heart, I think that's the best thing possible.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, also, as a parent, don't project on your child as well, you know. Yeah, let your child be their own person.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, talking about the one of the questions which I think probably will be covered on Saturday is that as a parent, and more especially when they start growing up as teenagers,
I'm not ready for that stage.
Is there certain things that you fear as a parent? Because now they are old enough to go out in public by themselves and make decisions by themselves, right? So maybe there is that little bit of a fear, and sometimes we don't even talk about it. Like, I'll give you an example. I mean, with me growing up, there's things we didn't talk about, right? So I think even with my sisters or my mom, maybe they did talk, I don't know. But if they didn't, then they've got an opportunity to change this, because both my sisters are mothers to daughters, right? So yeah, and I've got a daughter, so with her mom also, it's one of those things that we just need to take time and reflect, because apart from projecting, this also comes back to us as parents that, they're not scared. It's just you as a parent that's scared.
You're the one that's scared.
Because you don't want to talk about them growing up.
Or maybe you don't know how to even start the conversation. Yeah.
But not to put you on the spot, but your relationship with your mom, did you guys talk growing up about things?
I have a very weird relationship with my mom. So I was mostly raised by my grandmother. So it's a pretty strained relationship that'll literally take a lot to actually fix.
Invite her this Saturday.
Yeah.
No.
Nah,
invite your grandmother.
Oh, wow, Joe. Do you know how much that person talks?
No, we need people to talk. But that's good. I mean, maybe your grams spoke to you about life challenges and the challenges of growing up. She didn't.
No, I didn't grow up in a family where I was the one who initiated the conversations, because I knew that my grandmother was like super strict. So I initiated the conversations, would literally put her in a corner to actually talk. So she only talked because I made her talk.
Yeah, because Steve, just the other day we were talking about some weird things that people think as guys we should experience. Because if you send me to the shop to buy pads or anything of hygiene for women, it's like it's taboo. But you would go and buy pads
100%.
And nowadays, if you buy it from the local shops, they wrap it with newspaper. So I've heard.
Yeah, basically because unfortunately
Like, why?
some guys still feel a bit ashamed to buy that for their girlfriends or for their wives. And I think it's about time that we normalize that there's nothing wrong with a man being able to buy pads for his woman. No, there isn't. Because it comes to it breaks down to you having a daughter. What if mamaga spiyo ageko? And then, unfortunately, Spio says, Katin, you're the one left with her. That means you need to learn the difference between pads that have wings, pads that don't have wings, and tampons and all of that, panty liners. You need to learn as a dad with a girl.
I know these things as well because, hey, man, yeah, my mom, I have a younger sister as well. I know to say, okay, there's a heavy flow pad, there's a light flow
pad.
There's, I know these things. But yet again, that doesn't mean even if you're not how can I say, that doesn't mean you should abuse the power of sending the male child to buy the pads, to go do these things. How do I mean in this sense? Let me break it down.
Please, bro.
I mean it in this sense, right? Say you're the mom, and I'm the son. And for some reason, you feel lazy. I'm not saying you're not able to go to the shop. You just feel lazy. And you're like, hey, man, because you're around anyway. Yeah, go get me these things. That's my perception. I feel like that's abuse of power.
No, bro. Like, for me, all things biology, why are we weird about it?
Why?
Because it's biology that a girl at a certain age will start her periods.
Yes.
Right? So if they send you to go buy those things, then why should you feel weird? And also, if you are out buying condoms, why does your voice change, or the pitch or the tone or the level? Like, can I get some condoms, please?
But okay, that raises, yeah, I get you.
It's biology, it's natural.
Yeah,
so why should we feel weird about it?
Yeah.
I mean, if me as a girl, I can literally go into a garage and say, no, just give me that one for the light and buy them. Why is it so weird for a guy?
We should break these things as
It's
society.
things that need to be broken. Even right now, it's still weird for, I can go into a garage as a female and buy a pack of condoms. They'll still give me like a glary look. How low is
I remember,
condom? And it's weird. Why are you giving me that look? Because it's for my own protection.
I think
it's things that anybody can buy. Even at the clinic, when you ask for those condoms, they're like, "How? Oh, my daddy condom." Like, I'm a female, of course I need them.
Yeah.
It's weird even for us to
You
even
want
get.
them, you mean?
Gosh, it's even weird for us to even buy them and ask for them at the clinic, as it is also weird for a guy to also go and buy pads for maybe their daughter, their niece, or their girlfriend or wife.
As weird, not weird.
It's deemed as weird, but it's the same as that. These are things that literally need to change in society. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's a lot society needs to learn. I mean, I think after this Mother-Daughter Day, there should be a Son Day, because there are single mothers that are raising sons and they have no idea what to do,
And a parent and child day.
Parent and child day, exactly. I mean, I remember there was a time whereby my mom found condoms in my drawers. Yo, did I not have a tough time, bro?
Look, I mean, there's obviously certain things that the discovery of a condom in a drawer says about you at that time.
Yeah.
That either, because I grew up in an age where we had CDs, which is also a abbreviation for condoms, but I'm talking about the normal CD. We used to take the latex oil. What is it called?
Yeah, from the condom and literally rub it in there so that the CD plays the lubricant.
The
lubricant
lube.
from it.
The lubricant from it, right? And then we would do that. So, I mean, imagine if your mom found like a loose condom and you're like, no, but I was just trying to clean a CD.
It wouldn't make sense.
So makes sense to her, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't. But the ones she found were not open. Disclaimer.
Okay. Because sometimes, I mean, also remember there was a whole debate where kids in primary, they were just saying that, can they put condoms in primary school? Yep, there was primary school. So it's possible that you could have gotten this pack, not opened, But then you've got this pack, and she finds those in your drawer, and it's like, no, I just got them, and I just kept them. Then why did you keep them, kind of thing? So it's intending that you want to do the pariases, right?
Yeah. The paraise, so.
Yeah, because I remember when my grandmother and my mom found a pack of condoms in one of my bags. Were they not excited?
And open.
No, it was closed.
Which
they were
one?
excited.
Was it the government one?
It was the government one, because I remember I went to some school thing.
How young were you then?
No, man, I was not that young. I was like, what, 20, 21. So they were like giving them out in the street. It was like, doesn't matter. Then I took it and put it in my bag. And my grandmother found it. They called me like, what's this? I'm like, oh, chomilona wabona. It's like, what's this? I'm like, oh, what me? Like, you have my mom, you have my uncle. I'm like, you know what it is, child. It's like, hi, at least I'm glad that you know, you're keeping up with your safety and you're making sure that you're staying safe.
I think
they were happy about that.
I think when we tell these stories, let's leave out the age, because when you say when I was young, and then it's like, how old are you? Like, I was 20, 21. You make me feel like like a barbecue, like a minion.
Yes, a clean barbecue.
Like a minion. But anyway, yeah, man, let's break these stigmas, man, in society,
Yeah, man, let's break them. But then one thing that we haven't done for today, that is normally, which is something that we normally do on a daily basis, is our daily bread, which is today in history. Now, it's never too late for a history lesson, right? So today in history, which is the 14th of August. So today on the 14th of August, in 1985, Michael Jackson buys ATV Music, including publishing rights to most of the Beatles songs catalog for $47.5 million. 10 years later, he sells half of his interest to Sony for $150 million. So now, in 1985, Michael Jackson made one of the shrewdest business moves in music history by purchasing ATV Music for $47.5 million, acquiring publishing rights to over 4,000 songs, including 251 Beatle classics like Yesterday and Let It Be. The deal strained his friendship with Paul McCartney, who had hoped to reclaim the catalog himself. A decade later, Michael Jackson merged ATV with Sony to form Sony/ATV Music Publishing, selling half of his stake for 95 to so it was between 95 and $150 million. So there's no exact amount as to how much it actually cost him or how much he got for selling half of his stake. This transformed Jackson from pop music icon to music mogul, giving him control over a vast catalog that included works by Bob Dylan, Taylor Swift, and more.
Now, that
was a very strategic move.
That's why you did now.
I was about to say, I hope you guys catch this. Michael married the way I murder Mike, So yeah.
That's why Michael did now.
Yeah.
No, yes, guys, you're going to Michael Jackson. At least the kids are enjoying their wealth now. And then we also have Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt won the 100 meters at the Rio de Janeiro Games, becoming the first person to win the event in 3 consecutive Olympics. He later claimed an unprecedented 3rd straight gold medal in the 200 meters. At the 2016 Rio Olympics, Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt cemented his legendary status by winning gold in both the 100 and 200 meter events, becoming the first athlete in history to achieve this double in 3 consecutive Olympic Games: Beijing in 2008, London in 2012, and Rio de Janeiro in 2016. His 100 meter victory came with a time of 9.81 seconds, edging out Jason Gatlin and Andre de Grasse, while he dominated the 200 meter in 19.78 seconds. These wins marked the final chapter of his Olympic career, completing his triple dream and securing his place among the greatest athletes of all time. Yes, he's retired.
Okay, in which month did this happen?
In August.
And I got
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
I couldn't help
Stevie.
myself.
Fool
I couldn't
like a
help
Stevie.
myself. I couldn't help myself. Yeah, dope. Usain Bolt, yeah?
Yes, man.
Interesting. Nice.
I had to do that one
Nice.
just to mark it
Nice.
off. And then in 1938, BBC's first feature film on TV, The Student of Prague. And on August the 14th in 1938, the BBC made broadcasting history by airing The Student of Prague as the first feature-length film shown on British television. Originally a German horror film from 1913, the history follows a poor student named Baldun who sells his mirror image to a sinister figure, leading the pathological torment and tragedy. The version broadcast by the BBC was likely the 1935 remake directed by Arthur Robson, starring Anton Wahlberg. This milestone marked the BBC's early venture into cinematic programming, blending television with classic European film artistry.
Yeah, that's interesting, eh?
Very interesting.
So I'm just going to move on to the inventions made by Africans or a South African. And this one I'm super, super proud about because it's a invention that happened here locally. So a hydrogen-powered car by Monet Mocharota. And that's from Limpopo. So this was a grade 10 learner. So Moraine Charota, a grade 10 learner from Chibase Secondary School in Makuba village in Limpopo, stunned South Africa in 2024 by inventing a working hydrogen-powered car using scrap metal and zinc. Motivated by the rise of fuel costs and challenges in rural terrain, he designed a Jeep-like vehicle suited for dusty and mountainous roads. The idea first sparked in grade 7, and his invention earned him national recognition, including a showcase at the National Science Week in Bloemfontein. Monet's dreams of becoming a mechanical engineer and continues to inspire other learners to pursue science and innovation. Look, my take on this is that probably you'll go on to be an engineer, right? Because there's people in the past that have come up with ways to power a car engine without fuel, and most of them didn't make it, right? So
yeah, like apparently there's this other guy who managed to transform plastic into.
I was about to go into that
something
story.
into an energy source, and then he disappeared out of nowhere.
It transformed the plastic into fuel, as same as the hydrogen fuel, right?
Yep.
And then obviously, if you do that, you're taking billions and billions away from a certain
individuals
or individuals.
Yes.
Yeah. So I really hope he doesn't go missing and he goes full scale with this, and we support him as Africans, not just South Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to move on to the calendar where we are this time of the year. And how do you know summer is coming?
How do I know summer's coming?
Yeah.
My sinuses let me know.
Okay, what's another way?
Nah, man. You see
Flies, bro.
flowers,
Flies.
Yeah.
They come out a lot in summer.
Hey, okay.
It's also a sign of a change of season.
Oh my goodness, that's one thing I'm not looking forward to, flies, because you'll just see flies everywhere. But
Like that's
anyway,
Like the one that's currently buzzing.
Anyway, the number of days into the year, today is the 226th day of the year. Okay, if it was a leap year, but which it's not.
It's not.
Yes.
It's
So
not.
we can't be using this thing
Alright.
But
if
if
it was. Nah,
But
but
is
it won't.
Question is it a leap year this year?
Is it?
And remember, just to give you a bit of a history lesson, when we talk leap years, that when the sun journeys,
Yeah.
right? So every 365 days, it will return to where it started, or when you track it.
Yeah.
But there is that slight offset,
It
so
leaps.
that every 4 years, because it's not exactly 365 days, we need to add an extra day just so that we realign the clock. But question is,
Because it's off by a
because it's
day.
just off by a day. It's like your normal watch.
Yeah.
When your watch gradually sinks or gradually drifts out of the time or the sync,
Yeah.
you need to adjust it a little bit.
Bring it back
Question
into
is
place.
right now, is it a leap year? It's not.
It's not a leap year. It's a normal thing. So
Okay.
listing of FA.
So then there are 139 days that are remaining this year and 19 weeks remaining. I'll tell you this. Not so long ago, I remember saying Happy New Year. I remember.
It
not
went
so long
fast,
ago.
eh?
It really went fast.
It went fast.
The years actually have gone much more faster since COVID, if you realize. Like, after COVID, like, the years just started cruising by, like, out of
crazy.
nowhere, man.
Yeah, so we're going to move on to celebrity birthdays. Steve, this one's more your age group.
Alrighty. Celebrity birthday. Today we're celebrating Doechii. Do you know Doechii?
I have no idea. what
Doechii!
Yeah, Doechii.
What's the song? Anxiety.
Somebody's watching me.
I know that song.
That's her.
That's Doechii.
Yeah, that's Doechii. Yeah, Doechii. Born in the year 1998. What? Okay.
She's young, eh?
Hey, what? Okay.
Don't
okay.
worry, she's your age, Baba.
Okay, pressure. Yeah, born in 1998, 14th of August, Afri. Yeah, she's turning 27 years old. Interesting fact, she uses her platform and discusses mental health issues, self-love, and the importance of embracing one's authentic self. Yeah, encouraging her fans to prioritize the well-being. Rapper and hip-hop recording artist, best known for singles such as Denial is a River, that song. Anxiety, that's the name of the song, Denial is a River. Yuck Blocky, Fruitcake, yeah. The letters are accompanying music video has been viewed more than 5.2 million times on YouTube. So yeah, thanks to, another interesting fact about Doechii, that Anxiety song, that's actually a sample from 19...
I wanted to say it sounds like a sample.
It
but
is.
Yeah, it is a sample,
it's
actually.
a sample from 1996 or 95. Yeah, but the original artist is... Who's the original... I forgot the name. Please, production, please get the original artist name for me. But for that song, Denial is a River. So yeah, it first aired live on TV on what? Bel Air, Prince of Bel Air.
Prince of Bel Air,
There we
Will
go,
Smith.
Prince of
Yeah.
Bel Air by Will Smith. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. And
I
that's how the trend started. That whole they took it from from there. Yeah.
Because also I think that very same sample has been used quite a lot in commercials.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next one we have on our celebrity birthdays
My favorite
is,
girl.
Okay, you go ahead and do it.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, we got Messiah Martin, bruh. And everybody knows her from Blackish. Yeah. If you know her, then you know her from Blackish, right? Born on the 14th of August in 2004. Messiah Martins is turning 21 years old this today, actually. Now, interesting fact. Notable role, she is best known for her role as Diane Johnson on the ABC sitcom Blackish from 2014 until 2022. Best known for her breakthrough and television debut as Diane Johnson on the ABC sitcom Blackish. She starred in the 2019 black comedy Little, right? And she's also an actress and a producer. So she's also produced a movie of her own. I just can't remember it, the movie that she produced, but man, she's doing some pretty amazing thing. And she's also on the G20 movie that came out with Viola Davis.
Oh, dope. Let's
Very
celebrate all the
controversial movie.
the young people. Controversial, is it?
Yeah. Because it's more forward looking. Remember, we have the G20 in November this year, later.
Yeah.
It shows you it can be lit.
What could happen? Anyway, the next one we have here is Coffee Kingston.
Yeah, man.
So if you remember your weekends where it was WWE all the way, we never missed SmackDown on Wednesday. We never missed Raw on a Saturday. And then there was Velocity, and then I stopped watching wrestling. But Kofi Kingston, born August 14th, 1981. He's turning 44 years old this year. And an interesting fact about him, he is the first and currently only African-born world champion in the WWE history.
Yeah.
So the WWE superstar who has held the Intercontinental Championship, the United States Championship, and the tag team title. He won the WWE Championship in April 2019.
Oh, that's amazing.
So happy birthday
man.
to him.
Coffee, happy birthday, Coffee.
I mean, he got me through my younger days. Yeah, wrestling.
Especially with him
I
and that
loved
guy.
it.
I couldn't choose that guy, the one with the nose and the small ears, but the big guy, man. Because I remember that he formed a tag team with him, and it was one of the most ridiculous but
Coffee
funny.
Because Coffee's a high flyer, right?
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
but then
yes.
he ended up forming a
very
tag team with this
athletic,
other
yeah.
guy, man. I forgot his name, who's also in wrestling. But I was like some very small ears, man. But he's very bulk, man. I'll remember it.
The next one we have here is James Buckley.
No idea.
I had not a principal, a teacher, Mr. Buckley. And
Yeah,
that man used to scare me. Eh? But anyway, happy birthday to James Buckley. He was born August 14th, 1987, which means that he's turning 38 this year. So an interesting fact about James Buckley is that he reprised his role as Jay in the Interbewinners movie series. Something In-Betweeners, right? So his performance captivated audiences and cemented his status as a standout comedic actor. So English funny man who is best known for his starring role in Jay Cartwright in the Channel 4 series, The In-Betweeners. In 2018, he began starring as Chewie in the Army Polar produced comedy I Feel Bad. And I feel
It's
bad
an Amy,
because
not Army.
I feel bad because I haven't watched any of this.
I don't know any of these
I don't
also, right?
know him. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. But you know what? Moving on to something interesting, which is basically the YouTube comment section. I see people are going very well there in the YouTube
What are
comment
they saying?
section.
What are they saying?
So I'm gonna start off first with Radzilani Richita's comment saying "parent from the heart indeed." That is a referral to the interviews that we had, and then he comes back again and says, since it's a quarter to the weekend, this conversation is making me want to listen to Ricky Rick's album Family Values. Drop a track you love from this album. I see your music taste. So basically, it's a challenge to everybody out there who's on the Vooka comment section to drop their favorite track. And then Richie comes back again and says, TC once spoke about healing the mother wound. That's a topic I'd love to hear more about. We'll definitely consult TC on that one. And then he comes back again saying, speaking about the cleaning CDs with condoms, who's washed sinners? Also remember the days of buying movies from those guys basically at the street, and then when you go back home, it's not the movie you wanted. That was one of the disappointing things about it. And then we also have Nelly Suamli coming back saying,
it's Neliswa.
Neliswa Mli coming back saying, it's sad that at most times it is us, the African parents, treating our kids this way. I get fathers coming to buying period pain meds for their daughters. This is of the other race. Okay.
Read it again, please.
You win.
Okay. So Nelly Somley says, it's sad that at most times it is us, the African parents, treating our kids this way. I get fathers coming to buy periods, because remember, she is in the pharmacy industry. So I get fathers coming in to buy period pain meds for their daughters. This is the other race. So
yeah,
no, man, look, I'm black, but I will go and buy meds for
but
anyone.
I get what she's saying.
The reality on the ground is that it is your white race that they don't have an issue, or Indians that come through and buy pads or sanitary pads, but we don't. But
meaning that this is a stigma that we need to change amongst black parents and black men themselves.
Yeah, it's a challenge out there to all the black fathers.
Send me, I'll go. To my mean, I'll go buy.
Yeah, to all the black fathers. Yeah, man, let's do this.
Not just fathers, bro. Like if you're dating,
black
right?
man.
I'm celibate, guys.
Okay.
Okay, then you buy for your little sister.
All right, so we can continue with the comments.
Yes. So we have Zinzi Elizabeth coming in saying, I love how this conversation creates awareness that as parents, we should not project on our kids. And, oh, Lord, it just moved up. Another comment just came in. We should not project on our kids and assume they are still young. Having conversation creates trust and open communication. Now, that's also amazing. So we also have another comment from Zinzi saying, I personally won't attend physically, but I'll be watching the live stream on Saturday, as this is interesting and can be beneficial. Thanks, Vooka team. Thank you very much, Zinzi. And then we have a comment, a very interesting one. We have Phil Rentlod. It is Thursday, August the 13th, 7:38 p.m. in New Zealand. At the time of this post, where in the world is this show, and what day and what time is this viewing? Now we have Tembi coming in and say this is very interesting conversation.
Sorry, man, you can't just pass that one.
What? I want you to wake up. Let me read it again. It is Thursday, August the 13th.
No, we read it. We read it. But we can't just skim through that.
Bro. Just like that. No, man.
So Phil ran Claude.
Shout out to you, by the way.
From New Zealand, from down under, mate.
Right. So I mean, with our rugby team, New Zealand is just one of those countries that the Springboks know, bro.
Yeah,
they know that if they're looking for a tough competitor,
and we've been beating you guys, so
but New Zealand, bro.
New Zealand
is
good.
Right? Yeah, they are like South Africa 2.0. Last time I said, remember?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Because I remember I once worked at a rugby match. Did I not feel intimidated when they did the haka? I was like, what? No, let me.
But yeah, just to answer, bro, man, we are in Dobsonville, streaming live in Dobsonville, Soweto. Right now, it is Johannesburg.
So you have to step it up.
Oh, okay. Let's start it over. We're in South Africa, Johannesburg. No, we're in South Africa, Gauteng, Johannesburg, Soweto, Dobsonville. There you go. Right?
But if you want to give him the exact location of our address, you can even mention the street name.
No,
as well as the house number.
I was just giving you context.
But the time is the one that you're seeing on your screen, which is just before 10 a.m. in the morning.
It's 5 to 10.
Yep. So we stream live every weekday from 7 through to 10 a.m. It is a breakfast show. We have thought-compelling conversations. And thank you.
So meaning that he could
really
probably start tuning in around, 5 p.m.-ish in order for him to catch us?
Right.
Somewhere there. So we really appreciate this. Yeah. Do subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Every time we go live, you'll be notified. And be with the Vooka team. You are officially part of the Vooka Nation, man. We call our community Vooka Nation, So do engage with us more, man.
And Vooka means woke.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't go into.
You're part of the woke team.
That means, bro, when we eventually go overseas, anywhere overseas,
people will be calling us woke.
No. Besides that, I will speak as if people already understand what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, we've got Vooka Nation across the entire not only continent, but then across the entire globe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we also have a comment coming in from Tembi saying that it was very interesting conversation. Team, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ma'am Tembi. And then we have another comment coming in from Richie saying, hey, Phil, welcome to a proudly South African platform. It's Thursday at 9:40 a.m. So that was when Richie actually responded to Phil. And then we have another comment from Neliswa saying, at Phil, today is the 14th of August in South Africa. Welcome. I hope you're feeling the love that we have to offer out here. And then Phil coming back saying, cool, guys, thanks for letting me know. And then Unelusa coming back saying, I swear there is a split second missing in every minute. Time flies.
Regarding the...
Yeah.
And then we also have Richizi coming back saying, they look drier than Afri-Berries.
Who looks drier? What looks drier?
I have no comment what we were talking about here when he said they look drier than Afri-Berries jokes. Richie, after Vooka is after Vooka.
So you've got dry jokes?
Yeah.
Yes, I do actually.
Tell us one.
Guys,
come on, let's do it. Let's see.
They just happened during a conversation. They throw them there. That's why Richie is saying this, because he knows that I sometimes just
Richard. Tell us that joke.
Richard, where? Imanyana, where? And then we also have another comment coming in from Richard saying that pig is cutting poor Messiah's face. So apparently the pig that was appearing there did not show Messiah's face.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, we will fix that. It won't happen again.
And then they came through and asking about, do you remember Sean Kingston?
Yes, you're way too beautiful. beautiful girl. That's why in never were you have
Mr. Kingston.
suicidal. Oh, yes, my guy. During that time, I tell you, I was in my Jamaican film, man. Yeah, man, give me Bomber Cloud, man. And then
that's one of the countries I absolutely want to visit.
Jamaica.
Yes,
Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad, no,
Trinidad.
let's say it proper. I love
Trinidad
that
and
country.
Tobago. That's
Yeah.
the one country I want to visit.
Trinidad, yo, bro. Trinidad, the culture there, man. Yo, bro, the people there. I mean,
it shall happen unto the universe.
Yeah,
We
it's
shall
proper,
go to the
it's
Caribbean.
proper. Oh.
Don't
Yeah,
worry, the
man.
Vooka will definitely go to the Caribbean. It shall happen.
Yeah, man.
And then we also have another comment coming in from Mam Temi saying, Ish, is that time again? It's boring. Which time?
No, it's
she
about
means-
to end, you know?
She means that the show's about to come to an end.
Time for us to say bye-bye.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
we have Nelly coming in with the 35 gifted. There we go. Come on,
It's on strike. It's on strike.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. Thank you
I'll
for
do
the
it.
35. Yeah, thank you for the 30. Let's do it again.
For the $35.
Coming through again with the 35 gifted. Nelly Somni coming through with 35 gifted. Thank you so much, Nelly. There we go. We're doing it verbally. Thank you so much. This goes,
and then the 6
to help
likes.
us.
The 6 likes on it. And there's a comment saying showing the love always.
Let
right?
us all show the love in the
And-
comment section. Let us all send gifted, guys. Let's send gifts. Let's send all the gifts, man.
Yeah, and that's it for comments, guys, because if we stay here, we're not going to stop.
Yeah.
But, there's something I've realized, and I'm starting to embrace that.
Which
Is that you can't please everyone. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm not minding.
You honestly can't please everyone, but I think I'm getting to a place where I'm content about it, to say that there are people that won't necessarily like what you do. Some will just even hate you for breathing, right? But as far as the show itself, we want to take it to a direction where we are even more specific, meaning that we're not going to address everyone. We're not going to please everyone. So as a result, I'm happy with that, knowing that even if it's just one person that says, look, guys, I will put my money behind my love for you. I'll give you $35, right? I'm happy with that. So I think to the rest, it's okay. It's okay. There's things that I probably won't like about you, and that's okay. That's okay. So from my end, I just want to say thank you to everyone. But we are going to play out with another interview because we did have a spiritual conversation. And please take the time to listen to this one, digest it. We spoke, Otisi had a conversation with Ntsako.
With Ntsako, yeah.
Right. And he's all about healing. And besides the products that he's talking about, the CMOS gel, but he did talk about other things which I'm looking forward to watching it again right now. So again, Vooka Nation, thank you so much. Really appreciate the time and your love and your deep pockets. And the stars
Thank you
in
so
the
much,
chat.
Vooka Nation. Thank you so much.
Stars in the chat.
Stars in the chat. Stars in the chat. Is this even a star?
No.
Stars in the chat, Vooka Nation.
That's not
Stars
even
in
a
the chat.
star. To the Vooka Nation family, thank you very much for always tuning in and putting your faith in us. Thank you for the love and support that you continue giving us throughout our journey. And we do hope that we may be able to keep you satisfied, obviously entertained and energized each and every single morning when you tune in to the Vooka Breakfast Show. For me, Afro Berry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, but to the darker the berry, the sweeter the tuntun. Imnandi mamnyama mamhlopi lektika teken put marloko famana me weta ikoma kahle. Isong wanamane.
That reminds me of Tupac's song, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the roots. Have you ever heard a song and there's 2 words that fit some of the lyrics? Like, I used to think that it said the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the rules.
Okay,
And
I need to
it
listen to
fits,
that
and it
one.
fits, right? But the actual one is the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the roots, right? So both ways it kind of works. But have you had those songs where you would listen to it and with listening to it, it's like, oh yeah, kind of works both ways. More especially when you read the lyrics.
Now that one I definitely need to listen to, because if I start singing out the songs that I listen to from Tupac, y'all gonna chase me out.
Not that one specifically. I'm just referencing any song.
No, not really.
Where you had a lyric book back in the days, and
back in
you
primary.
wrote what you heard, remember? And then when you finally had a chance to see the lyrics, like, oh, I thought it meant 1, 2, and 3, but
Only
that's
Zivana that I got lost in translation.
but then still the meaning is like, oh, but it still makes sense how I heard it the first time.
Oh, when you say that, it reminds me of a song that people used to sing. It's it's a Whitney Houston song, right? My Love Is Your Love. But then when we sang it as kids, we're like, how about that kuku baker? How tell her let's why you want to sing ya? How tell her to get ready monati? Mama zala kadi bones up. And it clearly shows that sometimes we literally do get lost in translation and hear what we want to hear. Like the one Yaga Michael Jackson Don't Stop. In South Africa, kiba kadi pototo. Christmas fedile kiba. And I still sing it like that today. I refuse to learn the correct lyrics. I still sing it like that even today. And I have that song in my phone. You should see me at home when I play it. I don't even sing the correct lyrics, especially on the chorus. I just go kiba kadi pototo Christmas fedi.
Ish. Yeah, no, growing up. But Christmas is fast approaching. It's getting warmer. And I'm going to hang up my jackets. I'm going to hang up my jackets. And I'm looking forward to walking in my shorts again.
Okay, can I just read one last comment
quote.
from Richie? Richie comes back saying, bye, appreciated Vooka team. Lol, even when you victimize us for not having stars, we will show the love.
Look, man. Apologies about the stars thing, but we just want to lead by example. That's all, right? So yeah, when it happens, it will happen. But remember, there's no better time than now.
The conversation is on fire. You know what? Let's get ready for that amazing and also insightful and impactful interview with Ntako and TC. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it, and more especially for our Spiritual Thursday segment. So right now we're going to head over to that interview and say sayonara, bon voyage, see you tomorrow when we get you started, obviously, for the weekend with your Friday gig guide. It's more that's going to be happening tomorrow, so don't tomorrow uhlale on tuned so that you can hear what is ziwa kuphi nabo bani wazi ukuthi ujeva nobani kule weekend. Sayonara, guys.
Just supplements, Vooka Nation, their spiritual allies. Because if you've ever wondered how ancestral wisdom meets modern wellness, you're about to find out. And of course, help me welcome and give him a very warm welcome right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Ntako Mahai. Ntako, how are you this morning? Okay, I was asking him how he is. You can't hear. Like his audio, you can't hear him say how he is.
Wait for it.
Yes, so Ntako, let's jump straight into it, right? You founded Mahai Herbal Remedies from a place of spiritual study and community service. How did your spiritual research lead you to herbal healing?
Question 1.
With nature and through nature itself. Whoa. Yeah, let me move. With nature. Okay, there. Hey, this poor man has things to do. Nice piece. Ooh. And that's quite true, because today the theme that we're focusing on, right, is how, reconnecting our bodies and of course our spirit with nature and through nature itself. So now, many believe herbs have both physical and energetic properties. How do you see their role in spiritual alignment? Okay, cool. I have it. Because
I was having conversations with friends and family. They said, dude, you have so much information about this. Where did you
Sanbonani, Dumelang, Absheni, hello, grand and peaceful rising of Vooka Nation. Of course, it's Thursday, and you know what we do on Thursdays right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. It's time to get your spiritual alignment. And of course, today we journey into the sacred healing traditions that have grounded our communities for generations. We're welcoming Ntsako Mahai, spiritual researcher, educator, and founder of Mahai Herbal Remedies. Yes, so spiritual researcher, educator, and founder of Mahai Herbal Remedies. From CMOS to Soursop, these aren't just supplements, Vooka Nation. They're spiritual allies, because if you've ever wondered how ancestral wisdom meets modern wellness, you're about to find out. And of course, help me welcome and give him a very warm welcome right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Ntsako Mahai. Ntsako, how are you this morning?
Thank you so much for having me on the show. So, what a beautiful morning here in Zani and Limpopo. It's a mild weather this side, so I'm doing great, and I'm ready to be your guest.
Thank you so much, Ntsako, for taking the time out to, of course, share some of that knowledge that you have researched on and that you have for us, and give us some insight into herbal medicine. So, Ntsako, let's jump straight into it. You founded Mahai Herbal Remedies from a place of spiritual study and community service. How did your spiritual research lead you to herbal healing?
Thank you. Thank you so much for the question. So, in my journey in spirituality, or growing in spirituality, my research, studying about all the topics in spirituality, my research led me to herbal healing, through finding out about ancient people, or melaninated people, carbon people, or black people in particular, how they use their spirituality in collaboration with herbs. I found out that herbalism has a fundamental aspect in spirituality. It's one of those key things that you cannot be brushing it out or putting it aside. It's one thing with spirituality, from the medicinal diet, from the spiritual cleansing using herbs, and manifesting one's desires using herbs. So in short, my journey in spirituality showed me that the spirituality in connection with nature and herbs are part of nature. Thus, I started investing in knowledge in herbs. So I believe spirituality and herbalism is one in the same thing.
Yes. So Ntako, let's jump straight into it, right? You founded Mahai Herbal Remedies from a place of spiritual study and community service. How did your spiritual research lead you to herbal healing?
Thank you so much for that question. Firstly, I do agree that herbs do have energetic and spiritual properties. And to further elaborate that, I believe, human beings are children of the Mother Earth. So we belong to the earth, we come from the earth. When you depart as a spirit being, you go to your ancestral realm, and your soul, your body goes back to the earth, the Mother Earth. And if it goes back to the Mother Earth, that tells you that your body is the same substance with the earth. Can we prove this? Yes. Water has 70%. Your body also has 70%. 7% water. The earth has 70% water, to say, and your body also has 70% water. It is said that the earth has minerals in it. Also, your body is in need of minerals. So there's some sort of a mirroring, a mirror reflection of the body reflecting the earth. And from the 7 basic laws of the universe, there's a law of correspondence. The second basic law says, the law of correspondence says, as above, so below, as below, so above, as within, so without, and as without, so within. If you cut a tree stump, if you cut a tree and look at the tree stump, you find that it looks like, it's shaped like a fingerprint, and that's what you have. You also have a fingerprint that's shaped like a tree stump. So whatever is within you is already on the earth. And so when you take something from the earth as a remedy, your body gets happy, gets excited, because you are now connecting with Mother Nature. So when you are using herbs basically to either as a diet, as cleansing, or for medicine, or for medicinal remedies, you're actually aligning yourself back to nature, because your body is made from the very same substance of the earth. So that's where I see the alignment between mankind and Mother Nature. So I do agree that herbal medicine has spiritual and energetic properties for that, and enhance one's physical and energetic health or spiritual health.
Since your work centers on spiritual healing, how does herbal medicine support women specifically? So with their emotional, physical, and energetic well-being?
Because it started off with me reading about men's health products. I was firstly not men's health product, men's health issues. Yes. Right? It was 1014. Yeah, I was not even interested in herbalism and understanding it as my folly. So I studied about herbal medicine, men's sexual problems, and it was so intriguing. I couldn't just help it. I couldn't help it. I just kept on reading and reading, up to a point where with all the knowledge I had from an offline point of view, when I was having conversations with friends and family, they said, dude, you have so much information about this. Where did you learn about this? And I said, well, I read a lot about men's sexual health problems, and to understand the human anatomy from a men's point of view. And this led me to now wanting to understand the human body at large, And so, because I'm a man, first and foremost, I was now interested in understanding what are the herbs that will help men, conquer this issue. I found that Black people in particular, male in South Africa, obviously, that I've come across, have male problems, and have male sexual health issues. And so I started researching about the herbs that help with that. And also, in my journey, after people now knowing that I am an herbalist, through social media, they advised me, look, and that's also on women's herbal product, because it's a big market beyond what you are currently doing now, because we see that they're selling stuff for men, but there's also a bigger market for you. We know that you are a healer, you are not going to necessarily doing the money and all that, but the big ministry here is for women. So I'm currently studying so much on the woman's body, because I also am a celebrator of the divine feminine. I understand that before men become men, we are firstly as zygotes, and we are actually female, so, and the earth is female, and the universe is also a divine womb. So we come from the mother, from the Mother Earth. And so my current study at the moment is to learn more about the divine feminine energy, and also the herbs that help to enhance that for women, to help to enhance their health, physical health, spiritual and psychological health as well. So I'm investing much on that. But my breakthrough for now is that with all the herbs that I'm using, that I'm specializing in the 3 I think it's 3 or 4, but 3 herbs that I'm using as cash cows at the moment. Moss and black seeds covers for both men and women. So I made I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone basically when I cover health needs both for men and women. But I'm now growing in the knowledge of our adding herbs for women as well.
Ah, man. I'm glad, that you are looking into exploring, how these herbs and how these plants can better help women achieve holistic wellness. Because, I mean, the plant power is amazing, right? There are things that nature gives us to heal ourselves, and many of us do not know how to use this in order to better our health. So now that you're here, you're going to solve this problem for us. So Vooka Nation, take note. Nzako is going to share how one of these plants can help you realign your energy and boost your immune system. So Nzako, let's explore a few of your key products like you have just previously mentioned. Sea moss, black seed, and moringa. These are plants that we are seeing have a huge demand right now in the wellness space. Can you break down one for us? What does it heal? How should it be used? And what's the spiritual story behind it?
Absolutely. So for my top 3 herbal supplements, I would name them sea moss, black seeds, and moringa.
Yes.
My favorite is sea moss. I love all of them. Actually, I have an equal love of them, but sea moss is my favorite. And firstly, my herbal products are sold in powder form, including my sea moss, but I also sell it in raw form for those who want it raw as it is. Second point is that uh, what it heals, sorry. So CMOS, first, I would like to share the story behind, the spiritual story behind CMOS, to say the history behind it, when how it was discovered. Yeah. So CMOS is an algae, like ALGAE, the sea. And it's a seaweed or moss, because moss doesn't only grow in the sea or in the ocean. It also grows in moist areas or river banks, or in forests. So sea moss is specifically one that grows in the sea, and it was discovered in second century. 18th century. That's exactly 200 years ago in Ireland. It was a time of famine, and people also dying from TB. There was a conspiracy theory that the British was involved behind that. I think it was a colonial agenda. So they had to suppress them and put them in a situation where they're beg or they're on their knee. So while we were going through this famine, I guess the economy was suffered. So one of them discovered sea moss. And when he discovered sea moss, while people are starving, they saw him having energy and they were very curious. How is it? How come you actually, looking good and people are skinny? It's famine time, and it just showed them sea moss. And everybody started eating the sea moss, and boom, it was a discovery, And from there, sea moss became a hit. And fast forward today, we know it as Irish sea moss. The biggest, most potent sea moss is Irish sea moss, which is found in Ireland, called Condors crispus, right? So you asked,
what does it heal? How should it be used? Yes.
So because this is Women's Month, I'll start with women first. What sea moss usually does for women. So it has multiple health benefits. I'll start with benefits for women, ladies first. Okay. So sea moss regulates menstrual cycles. It boosts female fertility. Number 3, enhances skin health. It also supports with weight management and regulates thyroid and function and hormonal balances, and enhances sexual health. Supports immune system, supports digestion, and it's good for energy for those into sports and fitness. So anyone who is into the gym, wants to go to the gym, wants energy, or is into sports and gymming, you can hook them up with sea moss. And then lastly for male, it's good for gut health and for heart health via its magnesium. It's got magnesium, strong content of magnesium, and it helps with the weight loss for men as well through suppression of appetite. It's a good source of iodine, and it supports gut health as well for me. With detoxing, it's a very good immune system booster. It can build muscles and aid in workout recovery through its potassium, but also as potassium, because it is said that it has a high concentrate of minerals. So there's potassium there, there's also zinc, there's also potassium. And it promotes healthy skin for men as well, healthier mouthwash, strengthens their nails, their bones, also hair. Yeah, it also strengthens their hair as well. Hair growth for men, strengthens bones and teeth. So definitely there's calcium. For those who are into nutrition, you know that calcium strengthens people's bones and teeth. And also decalcifies people's pineal gland. So obviously that is not a benefit for men alone. Also for women, I forgot to mention that it decalcifies your pineal gland. For those who are into brushing their teeth without using what we call fluoride, using herbal toothpaste. So sea moss is also your friend. You can use it also to decalcify your pineal gland, aka the third eye. It reduces inflammation. It's a blood cleanser. I recently discovered that sea moss also helps prevent kidney stone. So I was amazed by that also. So yeah, and prevents an impact on radiation. It's antibacterial as well. Blood cleanser, yeah, I mentioned that. A strong libido booster for me. So most of the men in my community that approach me wanting sea moss, I know what's up. I know why they approach me. It's a libido booster for me, yes.
Definitely. I love that you mentioned.
He said how it should be. How is it used? So the directions used lastly is if it's raw, you can blend it, right? You can blend it and mix it with maybe strawberries or blueberries. It just to add flavor. You can also put a banana if you're not into strawberries and blueberries. So it's nice. You just add flavor with those types of fruits and then make a smoothie with the raw sea moss, grind it or blend it in a blender. Then you can make a smoothie and go to the gym or to your jogging, whatever the case may be. And then if it's powder, you can put it on dairy product like sprinkling it on your kapu. We spoke about soft porridge earlier. You can put it on your yogurt, your oats, your soft porridge, your gravy meals, like your even if vegetables, but you don't have to put it on your gravy in time. You can put a small portion of the sea moss, like how I do. Let me just show you how I do. I'll put maybe a teaspoon or teaspoon of sea moss and apply it on my gravy, but a certain portion of my gravy, not the whole of my gravy, so I can enjoy my gravy in default settings, if you know what I mean.
That's very interesting, man. Yeah. Now I understand why my grandmother's not willing to put down her sea moss gel.
So your grandmother uses sea moss gel, at least right there.
The family they do, but me and her only get along when we have to drink hibiscus tea.
Yes, hibiscus is quite great as well. So, Nzako, what I wanted to know, right, you mentioned that sea moss helps decalcify the pineal gland. For somebody who does not know what the pineal gland and what its function is, I know that, of course, commonly known, it's called the third eye, right? So, since it's Spiritual Alignment Thursday, can you explain to us why, the pineal gland in our bodies is such a complex yet important organ on our bodies, and how sea moss is helping to decalcify it?
Wow, that's a beautiful question. And by the way, I had a feeling that you're going to ask me that question last night.
Look at the universe, man, doing what it does best.
100%. So I'll just freestyle this answer because most of the time, whenever I hear about the pineal gland, and I'm this guy who doesn't like using what we call memorized notes and stuff like that. And once you understand something, you just shoot and just freestyle. And the more you share, the more you know how to understand. So, firstly, the pineal gland is known as the third eye. One others also call it the first eye. I would like to call it the first eye starting from today, publicly speaking. Right. So, the pineal gland helps with sleeping patterns. It also helps with memory. Like when you dream, you're able to recall your memory because of the help of your pineal gland. So this gland is in the center of your forehead, or others will say it's at the back of your brain. nonetheless, never mind the positioning, but its purpose is that, or its function, it is to help you regulate those sleeping patterns. It also helps you to also regain memory of your dreams. And so when the pineal gland is healthy and active, it also helps one to perceive their reality as it is. You know, it deliberates one from the illusion of the world that we're living in, because not everything that we see and not everything that we have learned is as it is. So when your third eye, when we say someone's third eye is open, or their pineal gland has been decalcified and is healthy, is when that pineal gland has gone through things like others activated through prayer, others activate, it has to be intense prayer, or this is not normal prayer. Others activated through upasha, others activated through meditation. Meditation is one of the best practices that helps to unlock a pineal gland. As a matter of fact, meditation unlocks all of your energy centers, because a pineal gland, being in the third eye, is amongst the 7 energy centers, basic 7 energy centers in your body. So meditation is one of those methods where one can unlock the pineal gland or to improve its health. Also, I remember someone telling me in Christianity, a Christian brother once said, I've actually discovered that the more I pray in tongues, the more my pineal gland actually opens. And he says the evidence thereof is that every time whenever I pray, I'll dream about things that I actually want to do in life, and I'll dream about, doing them in my dream world. So the pineal gland is one of the most important parts in your organ, or one of the most important organs in your body that contribute towards the spirituality. So if your pineal gland is decalcified, or your third eye is healthy, your spiritual life also will be reflecting, will be a reflection of that. Your life will actually have this gradual alignment, because now you understand your reality, what's going on, and you actually definitely be aligned, living an effective life, because you are free from the illusion. And it's also signaled by people seeing that you're a weirdo, you speak certain things that are not normal. It's not because you're not normal, but because you are actually now having a heightened consciousness, or what we call an enlightenment, because now you've decalcified your pineal gland.
I love that explanation, because from my understanding about the pineal gland is that, instinctively so, it is meant to strengthen your intuition. And that is how it strips away the illusions, right? And so it connects you to your intuition. It's your intuition, basically. And that is how, when, intuitively so, you start to live, you start to operate, and all the illusions of the known world that we are living in start to go away, right? Because you see things as they are and not as you are. You understand? So, exactly. Thank you so much for explaining a lot more on that and confirming what I know. And of course, now, sharing knowledge and insight with the Vooka Nation. So now let's talk more on, being a social media herbalist. Because that's the term I would love to give you. Your business thrives through social media and word of mouth. Do you find that more people are seeking spiritual, natural, herbal healing online? And how are you answering that call?
That's a beautiful question. And first and foremost, yeah, I do love that title.
Social media herbalist.
Yes, I do notice that people are seeking spiritual healing online, because I see fellow healers doing sessions with their followers. I also have a spiritual mentor I met through a private session, via video call. So I'm very much cognizant of the fact that there are live sessions, others do private sessions, and others receive help from online chats, in-person interaction. So I've also been using platforms like Facebook since day one on my Facebook, but when I started off, my jet was very religious, but I used Facebook to receive inboxes. It was not me telling people I'm a healer, this and that. It was just people confiding in me because of how I used to post. So it graduated to a point where now, when I was now tapping into spirituality, people are now asking me specific questions, like, there were people receive services like dream interpretation from over the inbox, counseling, others sometimes business consulting, because I've been training, I've been workshops on business, I've had a certification in Empatech, via CEDA and two trophies in Ampertech. So I do business consulting here and there sometimes, and also have medicine consultation, obviously. And I even run what I call an online school, which I call spiritual science. I started recently, this year, by the way. So I have about 16 members in it. And so it's a school of spirituality and self-development where the students pay $50 and $100. So the $50 for those who want to know about personal development. It's a 6 months package. And then, the $100 is like almost like a lifetime where I teach all concepts in spirituality. It doesn't matter the category. So I talk about both personal development, self-growth, and also addressing, general topics in spirituality, basically. So that's where people become lifetime students of spirituality. So I incorporate spirituality and science because I believe in the ancient world, people in the ancient world didn't see the difference between spirituality and science. They saw it as one. But because we live now in a modern world and a modern society, these two have been separated and they sound like they are against each other, but they are not. They're actually speaking the same language. So I now incorporate that. I'm incorporating spirituality and science. I'm showing that science experiments in quantum physics that quantify, solidify, validate, and verify or confirm the authenticity of spirituality. So spirituality is not spirituality is not a mumbo jumbo hocus pocus. It's actually something that can be experimented and verified to be true. It has been like that in the ancient world. People were actually, for them, spirituality to me was like normal. It was an everyday life. Today, because we are disconnected from that reality, and we see a lot of things like psychic abilities as witchcrafts. We see things like a whole lot of things that are supernatural. We are scared of them, but it's actually our nature, like dreaming and seeing as that dream materializes into reality. It's our nature. And this has been happening before religions were created. Imagine, sensing someone behind you. Science can't even explain that. When you sense someone is behind you, and you ask them, how long have you been standing there? Or maybe you can just feel them and they look behind you like, oh, there's a person behind you. But no one told you, but you just had this sensing in you. So now I teach people now to learn about themselves, who they are in that WhatsApp group. So I'm responding to that question. You said, how am I responding to this call, this Twitter call, or dealing online? I'm responding to it now because I've created that school, and so I want to make it dignified and put some dignity in us healers, that we must package ourselves, we must brand ourselves. So that's I created that WhatsApp group, and I didn't actually charge people because I love money, but because I could create a WhatsApp group and it could have an influx of people, unlimited number of people. But at the same time, you have to get dignity for the work that you do, because I spent time research and sacrificed my whole youth in my 20s to study and learn and ask questions to people. Now that I'm sharing all this knowledge, it shouldn't be going out freely. Even in the mystery schools in the ancient world, knowledge was not given to everybody. Certain people had to pass certain tests. Though they didn't pay money, but they had to pay certain tests to prove their worth if they want to do this. So that's me also in the modern world. You put such things, because now I'm in the Bobo. I know people, a lot of people in the country know me. So when they want to be part of what I'm teaching, and I put them on WhatsApp, then I put a sort of like a regulation system where I put like a price tag. It gives dignity and respect in a way. But altogether, I'm responding to this calling with grace, because people have put trust in me and confidence in me, and it is encouraging me to go deeper with my studies and my spiritual practices to continue improving my spiritual growth. So I'm responding to the calling with grace, I reiterate.
Ah, man, that is beautiful. I love that. Here is Berry giving you your flowers because, it's
Amazing, man. And I think the fact that he even opened up a school to basically teach people and basically empower the people that it's a community about the different herbs that could heal and basically bring breakthrough through in a person's life and bring this amazing change, man. It's pretty fascinating, man. No?
Yeah, and there's a young king, man, a Scorpio king. I almost said Scorpion king. But then, yeah, since we are talking about, social media, I know there are common questions and myths that we see online on a daily basis. So Are there common questions or myths you've seen online that we should clear up today?
Okay. I think
I know because controversially so I've seen a lot of your posts are a bit controversial, especially when it comes to the HIV topic. But I understand that even like the sound where that was used on the on our post advertising and announcing your the interview today, how people have actually used herbal remedies since time immemorial, right? Because I remember as you growing up, even now, everybody knows Mobete flu, eat ginger, your garlic, you like put that as a mixture, boil it, drink it, you'll feel better. There's certain remedies where NJ passed down from grandmothers where if you have an earache, certain to put something in your ear and then suddenly it feels better. So are there common questions or myths you've seen online that we should clear up today?
Okay. There are multiple misconceptions and myths out there, but remember we spoke about CMOS, and one thing I'll let you know is, and this is not a prophecy or a prediction, but it's inevitable. CMOS is gonna take over the country, South Africa. Ever since the death of Dr. Sebi, his editorial being put out there on social media, people didn't know before that. Yes, others knew, obviously it's a minority, but after that, it sort of gave a breakthrough for CMOS. There are certain people's death, they come as a blessing. I know it sounds a little bit dark, but it's actually true. Some people's death come with a blessing because you found that more material of the stuff that they said is now taken more seriously.
Yes, the same can be said for figures like Abu Krido Mutwa. As he was living, there was a video I saw of him where he speaks about how when you try to help people, it's almost as if the same people that you're trying to help are the ones who will kill you. So, but then only after the fact, when you are now dead, people kind of see the truth in what you were saying. So, Dr. Sebi, controversially, so when he was alive, a lot of talk was going around about the validity of everything that he spoke of, because even the title that he held, doctor, was taken into question, right? So it's quite interesting that you come into this conversation and mention the likes of Dr. Sebi.
Thank you. So, thank you. And I just love elaboration. So on top of that, because I was actually mentioning CMOS, obviously I had to also include his name, because the myth that I am going to talk about is going to be sensitive for others, so others might argue or disagree. But because I told you, like, I incorporate science and spirituality and science to me is one language. So the current misconception connected to CMOS in particular, like I said, it's gonna be known, and the more the people know about it, the better. But most importantly, they should know about it also from a scientific approach or scientific perspective, so that it's not the growth of the knowledge of CMOS is not abused. So there is this claim that CMOS contains 92 out of the 102 minerals that the human body needs. This is widely cited on social media, but it's not scientifically verified. And that number is actually misleading. And so far, the medical community has made a anonymous agreement that that debate is still ongoing. They're still going to be validating or verifying the authenticity of that claim, but it's near being factual. It's not factual point or statement that people are citing all over social media. So everything that is posted on social media, what I can say is avoid receiving something without firstly pausing and questioning and applying critical thinking. Ask yourself, how true is this? And look, I'll tell you one thing. In my growth as a spiritual person, I have learned a lot of conspiracy theories. But in my age at the moment, I'm 35, by the way, turning 35 on November the 17th. So in my age at the moment, I've grown enough to say, to apply critical thinking, to always, when I receive information, whether it be in a text or in a video, to go and check and verify it. Doesn't make me look like I'm a so-called smart black, but it means I'm careful enough to not, perpetuate the same propaganda. You know what I mean? I don't want to part from the cycle of people that are also saying the same thing. I want to be the people that say, okay, I heard that, but I actually went to a professional that confirmed that it's true or not true. So I think people should check, study CMOS, read about CMOS, enjoy it, go out and study about CMOS. But it's a misconception, or it's a myth that CMOS has 92 minerals. It does actually have highest concentration of minerals, which is good, and moringa as well. But it's not is that it's never been confirmed that it's actually at 92 minerals.
I love that you're being honest. Transparency is something people appreciate, and it's something in this age where information is spread so conveniently and easily, and fake news travels faster than any other news. It's a good thing that you are being transparent, even as somebody now who, has a business that deals with herbal medicine. You're not just mainly putting information out there trying to attract people on false precedent. It's on real and tried and tested, scientifically proven research that you have done, even that you have used yourself. I mean, we spoke before about, how your own health journey has led you into herbal medicine. So for the Vooka Nation, briefly, could you just share a little bit, if you're comfortable, regarding that?
Regarding that, can you please?
So your own health journey with herbal medicine, of course, if you would just like to share a little bit with the Vooka Nation, because that's what I love with your transparency, in that, like now, the myth that you're trying to break is saying, no, guys, I'm seeing that it's been cited on social media that CMOS has 92 of the 102 minerals that are needed for the body. But I'm saying, that has not been scientifically proven. So I cannot say and sit here and say, no, as somebody who is, a person who deals with CMOS, like, perpetuate that propaganda. So as someone as well who, lives in their truth, you are somebody who uses herbal medicine on your own health journey. So, share with the Vooka Nation a little bit about your story. We'll also just verify and, of course, put a stamp on it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, oh, that's a beautiful question, by the way. Thank you. So, firstly, I would love to share a testimony of a certain aunt of mine. It's safe that I do not describe further, my relation with her, but she's like a cousin of my mother. Yes, a cousin of my mother. So she's umamkulwa in a way. So now, she had a chat with my mom. It was 2022, I think, and you were just having a WhatsApp conversation, and then it was like, yo, nah, I'm not okay. My mother's petty, by the way, so they are petty sleeping people. So she's like, nah, I can shout, man. And then my mother's like, what's up? And then she's like, yo, I've got a knee cartilage issue, and worst part is, look, I'm about to go for an operation. It's gonna cost me 60K. So my mother was like, this doesn't have to go like that. Look, my son is into herbal business. He sells herbs and he knows a lot about herbs. So I think I should tell him, and then I'll give him permission to, I'll rather tell him to store your number. I'll tell him about you and then see what you can comment for. So my mom tells me, she tells me via, it was an in-person conversation. So I think she sent me a voice note, I don't remember. But I was still in the same house. I was in the house with her, and then I anticipated the conversation with my aunt, and then she did text me on WhatsApp, sending me a voice note. Look, I'm about to go to an operation. I'm about to go through an operation of 60,000, and they're gonna put metals on my knees. And I'm like, oh, that's just terrible, And now I'm challenged, and I'm not even a doctor. What am I gonna do now? This is the first time, right? Fast forward, I was like, look, I'm recommending CMOS for you. I'm taking a risk with this. I don't know what's gonna happen. but I'm recommending sea moss for you because it deals with both. Remember when I mentioned the health benefits when I spoke about calcium, yes, and both, exactly. So I was like, let's try this. So I gave her sea moss. I don't think I don't remember setting it to her or whatever, but I gave her the sea moss, and then she used the sea moss, and then she comes back to me. She actually gave us a surprise visit. She couldn't walk, by the way. She couldn't walk and she couldn't drive a car anymore. But we are surprised. She comes to our house with a car. And you're like, and then what happened to you? So she's like, what happened to me is what you guys did for me. I'm like, what? She's like, Seymour, that's Seymour you gave me? I'm able to walk. I'm walking. People in my neighborhood are shocked. They want last time and I want to sell it. I'm like, OMG. So that is when I got my conviction with CMOS and I ran with it. And I never stopped using CMOS ever since. And then my personal story, black seeds, 2017, I inhaled some dark while cleaning my room, right? And that dust did some serious damage. I was now having an asthmatic condition. I just want to put it that way. And I never went to the doctor about it. It was really asthma. I couldn't breathe when I would laugh. I would ever sort of like a compression or suppression of in my chest. Yes. And it was tough. But yeah, it was very tough. I was having asthma basically because I checked online the symptoms and everything about it, and I was like, oh snap, I've got asthma. So when I was exploring my herbs, I was very fascinated with moringa. I was still a fan of moringa and sea moss. So I tried moringa, I tried sea moss, nothing really happened. And I said, okay, let me try black seeds because I was also black seeds. So I'm going through the benefits and boom, what do you know? It says it deals with asthma. I couldn't believe my eyes. I took that black seeds I had, blended it into powder, mixed it with honey, and I used to drink it every day, at least once. And then there kept a time when I was now dropping in my consistency. I would drink it maybe 3 times a week, sometimes once a week, but at the end of the month it would be 4 times a week here, in a month. Or just 1 week, 4 weeks in a month. And I would maybe take it once a month, for 4 weeks. And guess what? Today I'm asthma free. I don't have anything related to asthma. I don't feel asthmatic. I'm super free. My lungs are free. I'm someone who meditates. So when you meditate, you also obviously have to do some breath work. I can lungs warm on my breath. I'm asthma free. I put a post on social media, particularly Facebook, recently. This I think was July, yes. And I had a good reaction of people for that because I think people were inspired. I told people that I'm free from. I've been free actually from asthma since 2022, which actually started in 2017, and I conquered it with my own purple products. I was just being smart because I'm a businessman. I was actually trying to get following for that. Like it was actually based off a true story. So I conquered asthma using my own herbal medicine, aka black seeds, and also I tested on sea moss. And most of the people that bought sea moss, they are now depending on my sea moss. So I started a fire. I can't stop. It's a life thing. Some people, I even have my own grandmother, by the way, my paternal grandmother, who used to randomly call me, and she also hooked up other fellows, old women, in our community, so telling them about my sea moss, and they bought my sea moss. So my sea moss keeps on growing because of recommendation and people who actually got better. So I think, I don't know, that actually covers the question that you asked regarding personal journey and condition regarding my herbal medicine or my spiritual journey with the use of herbs as well.
Yes, man, he got the grainy squad on it. Yeah, now I mean the hell the well. Because they're the ones that know, right? They are the ones that know truly about herbal medicine. Emakaya, even in our own culture and tradition, the elders, your matriarchs in the family, the ones who, they were the ones who used to deal with, herbs and, herbal medicine. And namanje, most abokoko basayazi, like, when you go ukhala ngesisu, tata this and mix this, then you'll get relief from that, And Mina, especially if you're somebody who grew up a lot in the rural areas, in places that have not yet been so influenced by modern life and modern medicine, where people still believe in the traditional and ancient way of life. those kind of people are still very much connected with nature and in touch with that side, with the ancestral and ancient knowledge that inherently we all know. So, I mean, eventually, after let's say you decalcify your pineal gland, then maybe somewhere, somehow, you'll know when you're not well, exactly where you're not well and what to do. To relieve that symptom of whatever unwellness you might be feeling. It has happened. It's things that we do see on our realities in our communities. It's just that, now it's been conceptualized differently. It's been put differently. And that's why then, in medicine itself, certain elements of herbal health or herbal medicine are used to create our medicine, our chemical medicines. Chemicals are taken, extracted from plants to make the things that keep us well, that we modernized and use as medicine. Chemical engineers do their work, Shem. That's why, herbalists like Untako need to constantly be studying and upgrading and researching so that they themselves are up to date with the things that are able to assist you and help you live a better and, of course, improve a better life and improve your well-being. But thank you, Izako. It has been quite an insightful and interesting conversation. But before you go, please let our viewers and listeners know where they can get in touch with you when they are looking for some herbal wisdom.
Of course. Thank you so much for that opportunity. I believe that it's a privilege to actually be given that platform to actually share that. So you can find me on social media, Facebook. I'm mostly available on Facebook, and my name is simply Tsako Mahai. And you might happen to see two accounts, but just focus on the one that has more numbers. The other one that has less number. The one that has less numbers is actually a page. I attempted to grow a page, but that was a total failure in a way. People teach
remedies one.
No. It's actually still Tsako. It's two accounts. There's one that has more numbers, right? Which is actually an account. And then there's another one which was intended to be a page. It is a page actually, but it didn't get enough traction or get good numbers. But you can still follow that. I randomly do post some stuff when I want to go deeper, because I am a person who understands my audience. So on my account, I post everything, my sense of humor, athletic sports, etc., and spirituality and business. So on that one, the one that doesn't have my logo. Yeah, let me just simplify it this way. So the one that is very active has my logo, my business logo, my high herbal remedies, and the other one doesn't have that. So you can still check it out. I'm mainly focusing on spirituality on that one. So because the content I used to post is now switched to be posted on WhatsApp group, the WhatsApp group, things are private, so I could just post nuggets and snippets of spirituality that I teaching people on my WhatsApp group. I'll post it on that WhatsApp page. So you can find me on WhatsApp, on Facebook, checking out the Mahai Herbal Remedies logo. If I talk about, and certainly the Mahai Herbal Remedies account, it will be active. I will be sharing knowledge about herbs, and people will be commenting and asking questions. They can feel free to inbox me. They can also feel free to get my numbers, my phone numbers there. And then my Instagram is connected to my Facebook. It's called Eric Mentor. I think you can also still find it as my Eric Mentor, as in ERICK Mentor. So that's, you can check out on Instagram as well. So for now, I can just say, do get me on Facebook. You can get me on the inbox, send me a DM, ask anything related to herbal medicine, anything related to business, anything related to spirituality and dream interpretation. Because on the WhatsApp group, people are not only just subscribed to learn about spirituality, they also get a chance to have their dreams interpreted, because I have a prophetic gift in dream interpretation as well. So I share symbolism of dreams and teach people about dreams, giving them basic symbolism about how to interpret their dreams, and then not necessarily putting them, like, for example, someone say, hey, I dreamt 1, 2, and 3. What does it mean? I also teach you how to interpret your own dreams, so that next time you don't come back to me. I'm not a scammer. I'm not someone who actually wants you to pay. I'm someone who actually is a teacher at the heart. So I teach people how to Yes, exactly. So you can find me on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram. And anyone wants who wants thingy, what do you call?
To connect to you via WhatsApp, can you do so through those pages, right?
Yes, 100%, 100%. You can still find my post on my Facebook account. You see the link, can join via the link, and there, yeah, we'll take it from there. I'll add you on the WhatsApp group, and then you continue to learn more about what I post. I teach everything there. I unleash the drama, and I touch about spirituality. I teach about dream interpretation, helping you name it. But I don't talk about business. It's not a business group or business education group. It's just about spirituality and therapy.
Ah, man, that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. What a spiritually nourishing start to the day, Vooka Nation. A big thanks to Ntako Mahai for reminding us that healing often begins with remembering and, of course, reconnecting. Reconnecting to what, you ask? Nature. Because, of course, nature is as he said, as above, so below. We are, first and foremost, children of Mother Nature. So, if you're curious as to trying these remedies out for yourself, do check out Mahai Herbal Remedies online. And of course, Vooka fam, remember that, your spirit often needs tending. So do let nature be your medicine, and of course, your ancestors be your compass. And speaking of ancestors, that pineal gland, if you do not believe in ancestors, the pineal gland is the first sign that you know what? You are the dream that your ancestors have always been waiting for. And of course, that's it from me, UTC Gamazibugo Shabalala, your prime cut creative and positivity dose of the day. Umamshengu omuse, indovugazi yakwantu. Umwelaso wawela ngibugo, ngithi kunina bayede. And of course, don't forget to